Boom, I'm in the room. How you all doing? Hope you're doing good. Just got settled down, just had my old scram, and it was quite yummy. Nice prawn salad tonight, and just going to get all sorted out, which is cool. Busy week, which is how we like to do things. Hi, Sparky, how you doing? Yeah, busy week. Busy. Lots done around the house, and lots done inside the shed as well. Bits and pieces to show you and what have you, which should be good. So let all you guys get settled in. I'm not expecting massive numbers, if any. 2 in the house at the minute, which is cool. So we'll just see how many we get in the first sort of 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll get settled down. I'm expecting quite a few people to come on at the panel tonight because I'm going to give them some questions via emails on how to fix some mowers and bits and pieces. So I'm expecting a few people to maybe turn on up and come and say hello. Showing 11 in the house at the moment, which is cool. Starting to climb, which is what we like to see. Generally get around about sort of 20s within the first couple of minutes. Yeah, you're all starting to filter in now, which is cool. I'm going to turn over to my YouTube chat in a minute because it tends to work better than the old YouTube StreamYard. Like the sponsorship thing on the wall. Yep. Micks Mowers has now got a sponsor, which is cool. Been approached, which is fantastic. So I have my first sponsorship, which is fantastic, and that's ProPartsDirect.net over in America, which is cool. They've approached me and said, would you like some free stuff to try? I'll show what I got off of them a bit later on. We'll be doing a bit of a giveaway as well in today's live stream because I just reached my 3,000 subscribers, as some of you know. So I've got a little giveaway. Nothing fantastic. So it's what you think of it. You know, it's up to you. But it's what I'm giving away. So that's that. I've also changed my logo over this side. Over where is it? Over here. There. That's now changed, which has been updated for me. Someone updated it for me, which is cool. Which is fantastic. That was my mate Henry over at Mowers and Blowers. He done the old the new sign for me. It got rid of the background, which is cool. Fantastic. Mark Smith, hi. Jack, age 9. No children allowed in the stream, I'm afraid, buddy boy. You've been warned. My channel is not for kids because there will be some swear words, bits and pieces in it. So if you are underage, you got to go. Hi, Johnny. How you doing? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Dusty. Hi, Ali. So got a few. Going to pop back in 30 minutes, says Nicky Walsh. Cool, no worries. 3 minutes, 27 in the old house, which is fantastic. So that's cool. I'll let some of you settle on down. What have I been up to this week? So I had 2 mowers come on in. Picked up it's a little job lot, 2 mowers. Been really struggling buying mowers for a sensible price. Really struggling. And I managed to pick a couple up. I got a Hater 48. Old-fashioned one with the 48 Harrier quantum engine on the top. That's in, but I'm waiting on spare parts for that. I've had the engine fire, but the handlebars are all knackered on it, so I've got some bits coming for that. And I've been fighting with a Ryobi, you know, the big Ryobi 21-inch decks, what have you. Been fighting with one of those today. I've done a 2-part video on it because it just took a little while. And in the end, after all my hard efforts, got the engine running, but the engine has got some rod knock. So I've had to take the engine off and put another Ryobi engine on, which I had spare anyway. Some of you may remember from last year, I had a Ryobi in the back shed, which I've kept for nearly about a year. And it's paid dividends because I managed to get that one out and get that engine fired today after about a year. So let me just get this out and pause that old chat up. And then I want to get my pop-out chat to work. So it does work a bit better on the old stream for me. StreamYard. And then pop-out chat. It goes into there. Over to there. That's brilliant. I can see my moderators as well. All that sort of good stuff at the same time then. So... which is good. I don't know why every time I get on my pop-out chat, it tends just to enlarge itself massively, and it's not what I want. So, StreamYard. It's that one. Pop-out chat. It's going to be that one. Bring it down. Put that over there somewhere, about there. and minimize that. Good. Right. So now we've got a pop-out chat of a sensible size. So we'll have a little. We've got 37 in the room after 5 minutes, which is cool. So I'm not expecting massive numbers, but we'll see who we get on up and what have you. You know the rules of the old chat. We don't have no swear words. We don't have no capital letters. Only a few emojis, please, and whatever. Just because the old spammer gets rid of it. And if you don't sort of adhere to those sort of guidelines, then the mods who have got the blue spanners, they will delete the comment. Then they'll time you out, and then you get hidden. So you got a 3 strike rule. Then it's up to me then to bring you back next week, pending how much of a misbehaving person you've been. But normally we have no problems. We don't normally have no issues. So we'll see how we get on. So yeah, the Ryobi, that's now working. I did a complete engine exchange on that one, a gearbox as well. The gearbox was gone. In fact, the gearbox was in bits. It's over there somewhere, and over there, the gearbox is in bits. I changed the gearbox on it as well. Cables over the whole lot. So pretty much did a whole swap on a 2-part video. Done that. I'm uploading a couple more videos today as well. I've done a tiller. The rotavator is nearly done. Needs a new carburetor, but I had done a video on it with it running, and the ride-on mower is running as well, and some bits and pieces. So yeah, next I'm going to move on to the Hater 48 Pro, and then I'm going to move on to my Suffolk Super Punches and my Ransom Marquises. I've got 2 Marquises. I've got one with a Briggs 3 horsepower and one with a Villiers Sloper engine. So that's cool. 40 in the house after 6 minutes is cool. Gives a thumbs up on the way, and much appreciated. Shows a support towards the old channel, helps towards the growth. So let's see who we've got in the house. We've got Techie Boy in, all techs in, Ridgeware's in. How you doing? Jen, how you doing? I see you too. Hope you're doing well. AJP Ash, how you doing, Ash? Hope you're doing well, buddy boy. I know you're being shielded at the moment, mate, so I hope you're doing well. I did see actually Ash from AJP. I'm sure I just saw a video release from you, so looks like you are doing a bit better. Willie, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Lucky7, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Snobby Scrap Picker, yeah, like to see the sponsorship in a wall. Yeah, that's it up there. Yeah, Pro Parts Direct. That's somebody sponsoring some of my videos, which is cool. Sean's in the house too. How you doing, Sean? Nice to see you. Pete Frow's also in the house. Mark Smith's in the house. Identity Destruction, how you doing? Dusty Blonde's in the house. Oh, Dusty Blonde is pretty much near to her 1,000, guys, and I should be pushing her stream today, her channel today. She's live after me on Sunday night, and she's getting quite close to her 1K mark now. So if you're not subscribed to Dusty Blonde, then go and do so. Try and get the young lady up to 1K, be fantastic. Nikki Walsh is popping back in 30 minutes. Mr. Ali Max in the house. How you doing? Andy's in the house too. Jerome's in the house too. How are you doing? Done you. Stefan's in the house. How are you doing? Nice to see you too, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Lucky7, done you. Tim Palmer's also in the house. How are you doing? Message retracted. East, how are you doing? Nice to see you too. Mick, I am tired, mate. Yeah, I come off of nights and back on today, so it does ruin you a little tiny bit. I am tired. I've been working quite a lot in the shed today as well, and that's been quite warm in here and just quite nice, but just quite draining. But I'm doing okay. Tim Palmer, Scott Keller's in the house too. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Ali Mack, East, all chatting to each other. Pete Fraudo, Tina McKenzie, how you doing? Nice to see you. Miss Canadian Scrapper, long time no see. Miss Canadian, not seen you floating about. Hope you're doing well. Philip Harley's in the house. How you doing? Nice to see you. Partners also in the house. Doing some of you. Hi, Mick. Ali, Tina, Dusty. You're all saying hello to everybody else. This is cool. Is that Dusty's? Yeah, Dusty's channel. Cheers, Sparky. Thanks for doing that. So if you're not subscribed to Dusty Blonde, then go and do so. It's a fantastic lady and well deserves a 1K. So get over there and give her some support. Leave my stream, go and click on her button and come on back. Philip, done you. Roy's in the house too. How you doing, Roy? Nice to see you. And that's it. You're welcome, Dusty. You're welcome, honey. Nothing is too much for a fantastic woman like yourself. So that's cool. Raphael's in the house too. How you doing, buddy boy? Right, all in. Everyone's in. Everyone's going to be on the chat, so that's cool. So you know the rules and regs. As I say, no capital letters, no more than 2 emojis, no whatever else it is, no sort of swearing, whatever. I should be timed out, blocked, and all the rest of it. That's just the way it goes. So just try and keep yourselves in check, and we'll have no issues. So I put the link out. Ian, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. I put the link out. Once the link's gone out, same rules apply. Just behave yourself. This is all there is to it. Gary, how you doing? Nice to see you. Let's get down and dirty. Exactly like Gary. I'll put the link out. I mean, up you all come. Take your time. No rush. And Yeah, no swearing. Must have your camera on. Must have your audio turned on. Or no funny filters, all that sort of stupid stuff. I don't tolerate any of that. Just be yourself. If you've got any questions about mowers, small engines, anything like that, in fact, any questions about anything, we've got scrappers in the houses. We got all sorts of people in the house here which could help, and hopefully we'll have a good stream. So let me get the old link. I'll bang that out. 53 in the house after 10 minutes isn't bad at all. The numbers have been dropping recently. I have noticed that. I think it's just the way it is. Lots of people going live, lots of people doing videos and what have you. Hi, Donald. How you doing, mate? Yeah, Riley Boy's good. He's been in the shed today with me today, but he's now in bed. He's in the land of Zed. Right, there's a link. We know what we've got to do. Hit the link. Come on up. All the rest of it. Got a bit of prawn or something in my old tuff for my dinner, which is cool. So, as and when you like, feel free. Come on up. And all the rest, as I say, if you can just keep pushing Dusty Blonde's link, Sparky or Tech. I only need 2 of you to do it. Don't even want to do it. Sparky or Tech, just ring Dusty's Blonde throughout the entire stream, please. For those that are not in contact with Dusty, she's near her 1K and she does deserve to get to it. So feel free to get on up there. I've got my new cozy. Terra fixes all cozy on my old doodad because I can, and it's given to me free, which is cool. Oh my lord, they're not mucking about tonight. Roy, hat off, hat on. And just nod if you're sober, because if you ain't sober, you ain't coming up. You're sober, right? Okay. Cool. Right, up.
Yeah, cheeky bugger.
Mitchell, pull your ears out, please, Mitchell. Pull your ears out. Good lad, that'll do. One-handed. Up you come. How you doing, buddy?
Good, you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, let me turn your volume a touch, a bit quiet. So a link is there. Feel free to do what you want to do. How you doing, then, gents? You all doing well?
Doing well.
Yes, mate. Yep. Not bad, mate. Not bad.
Here comes Phil. Phil, both fingers in the eyes, please, mate. Fingers in the eyes, Phil. Fingers in the eyes. Like that. Oh, well done. That's better. Yeah. Try and follow simple instructions, Phil. No, you find it difficult. Oh, now freeze your YouTube, like you always forget. Well done, that's better, yeah. Here we go. Every single time. We've got more and more coming in. They're all starting to pile on in now. I've got someone else trying to come in here as well. Bear with me, people. Mr. Briggs wants to come on up too. Hey, doing, Mr. Briggs, you can come on up. How you doing, babe? Nice to see you. Dorito's in there. Hi, Mick. How you doing? Just came in to smash that thumbs up. Cool. Thank you, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well. So, are we all right then?
Yes, mate. Yes, mate.
A tad sweaty.
Yeah, it's gonna be a short and sweet one, Mick. I've got my dinner on at the moment, so I've come up to say hello to you and congratulate you on your sponsorship, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. I wasn't really expecting it because it was possibly, I was talking to Pete about it, and it was probably when I was away in Turkey when it was all being talked about last year. So it's pretty much a year and a bit since that all chucked off. And as you can see above me head, there's my sponsorship up there, propartsdirect.net. They're not sponsoring this live stream, but they do sponsor some videos and they send some bits over, which is cool. It's all free, and anything that I've already got, which I have, I'm going to pass over. I don't need it. So anything that's duplicated, I'll give away. So which is cool. And it's nice that someone actually appreciates the channel and can show a little bit of going forward, a little bit of support to provide me with some material just for me to put a little sign in my shed. So that's cool. Happy with that. So what's for your dinner then, Roy? What you got?
What I've got at the moment. Well, I've just finished the Troy TB200. I've done that.
Roy. I'll start again, and then we'll see how we get on. So, what you got for dinner, then, Roy?
Oh, for dinner, sorry, I've got chish and fips, mate.
Chish and fips, my lord! If anything like last week, you was up here slurring like anything, weren't you?
What? Chish and fips.
I tell you, last week I think it was either Edward Thomas or one of them said, "Is there subtitles for Roy? Because no one can understand a word you were saying. Can you come up here smashed?" So what have you been working on then, Roy?
Bad, mate.
You were. Go back and watch the stream. You were seriously smashed.
No, it was a hot day, mate. It was a hot day. No, today I haven't done any any mowers, mate. I've been sorting out all me frames out for me beehive, mate.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. When I was on Jason's stream this morning, you probably saw me messing around with. You can see me doing the frames with the wax foundations and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I was only on there briefly because I think my phone overheated in the end. I turned my back and turned around and everyone was gone. I think my phone overheated. I didn't have a laptop on down here, so I weren't in for very long. Roy was on the source. You're quite right, partners. Yeah, last week Roy was absolutely smashed.
I wasn't smashed. Trust me, I wasn't that bad.
Okay, everyone in the chat, if you were on the stream last week, people, and you saw Roy, give me a thumbs up if he was smashed and a thumbs down emoji if he wasn't. One or the other. These guys will tell you. Hi, Scotty. How you doing, babe? Nice to see you. These guys will tell you. They were all on laughing at you. I tell you.
This is what he was.
Yeah, he was. He definitely, yeah. There you go. Pete Frau was lashed up, Roy. Yeah, exactly.
Hang on, I can't see who's on here right now.
Yeah, Mark V8 has given me 2 thumbs up.
You got Mr. Briggs here.
Absolutely, yeah, there you go. It's all coming now.
Yeah, there you go.
Roy was living the best life.
Hang on.
Partners wasn't there.
I can't see the shit.
He was absolutely smashed.
There's nothing wrong with being smashed. Leave the man alone.
Oh no, I'm not saying nothing wrong in it. It's just it would be nice if you're going to be smashed and come on someone's live stream. At least have the audacity to try and speak English and try and get a conversation going.
Why? Hey, he sounded more American to me.
Oh, trust me, yeah, he was American, all right. I couldn't understand a word he was saying.
Exactly. Don't speak English.
As a new, exactly that. As a new, exactly that. Yeah, he was gone. Absolutely gone.
That's one way of getting you some thumbs up, Mick, wasn't it? Eh?
Mate, I'm not worried about thumbs up.
You were speaking double Hungarian, to be honest with you, mate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Swahili. I think you were speaking Swahili.
Yeah.
So, Mitchell, what you been up to, buddy boy?
Well, I'm still on furlough, so I've been outside in the garage today. Doing some more mowers. I managed to pick up a McAllister with a Briggs 300 on for 15 quid today, so that was all right. What a 300E or a 300 Classic? 300. It's an E. Okay, an E. Yeah. It's a 300 E series, isn't it? Yeah.
Apparently it is the E, isn't it?
Apparently, but
yeah, E series. Yeah.
Oh, McAllister.
Yeah.
How old is that?
That's 5 years old. That one.
Yeah, I'd say.
Oh,
yeah, that's all right.
It's self-propelled, but they snapped the cable and it's missing the lever. So I need to get a new lever and a new cable for it. But apart from that, it runs sweet.
Oh, Mick's got plenty of cable, plenty of handles.
Yeah, I've got 4 candles.
4 candles.
Yeah, he's got 4. Yeah.
Well, you can never. You'll never be able to find that handle. That blue sticks right out, don't it?
And then I've got
generally, they're blue on them ones. You done a paint job too, have you? Let's have a little look.
Yeah, I've got a few down here. Look,
that's all sorted. And then in here, I've got one more on the go. I'm waiting for bits to arrive.
That's not a shed. It's like a bomb shelter. Quicksilver. Yeah. They sell all right. Them old Quicksilvers, they tend to sell all right, but they do. It's like got a roller as well.
Yeah, it's got a roller on the back of that. Which
nice. Yeah, they are nice like that. Yeah, they do all right.
I've got the normal Briggs mount filled with a Classic on top with a hole in the side of it. I need to weld that up. But apart from that,
good.
That's it.
Looks like you've been busy. I'll come back to you, Phil, because I know you sent me an email and you'll be asking questions. What you been doing, Mr. Briggs? What you been up to?
I've been being lazy and putting off my project I got to do right here. All new shocks, all new struts, the whole job. I even got the new rotors to go, matching rotors to go with it from my car. Just being lazy.
Rotors? Oh, brake disc, right? Okay, yeah. Cool.
Yep.
That's good, mate. Well, get it done. Don't be lazy. Get it all done. Yeah, well, Snob, we'll push Dusty's stream throughout, mate. Have no fear of that. We'll try and get a few more. Have a look on her numbers, see if her numbers climb up. Will Higgs is how you all doing? Yeah, we're doing good, mate. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing all right, buddy boy. The link is in the chat for one more on top. So I'm glad you come up. I'm glad you come up early. I just knocked another BMW video out. Just need to get it edited. Cool, good lad. So it's that time. Is it that time of week again? Is it?
Sorry, mate. Yeah.
I noticed you waited till Saturday night before you emailed me.
Good evening, brethren. How are we?
We're doing all right, mate. Doing all right. Yeah. So what you got? In fact, I've just sold one actually, and I have problems with mine. So Dusty is on. Tina McKenzie says 942. So we can get Dusty up to around about 960. I think it's doable within my stream. That would definitely help. But I think a lot of people who are already subscribed to me will be subscribed to Dusty. But if you're not, Dusty's link is being thrown in the chat by 2 or 3 moderators. Feel free to touch the link, leave my stream, hit Dusty's button, come back. It is completely free to do so. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe to the channel. Just give a lady a hand, try and get the 1K. That'd be fantastic. Grandpa's Ventures, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. So you got a is it a 536? Is it?
What, me?
Yeah. What is it? You got 534.
No, is it an RM55? Is it the motor?
Yeah, that's a motor. But what is it? It's an electric start mount field, is it?
Yeah. Electric start mount field. ES something or another. I mean, I'm not worried about the mower itself. It's a nice. In fact, it's a good mower. I sold it beginning of the week. The guy used it twice, no problems. Went to use it again last night. It won't start. Brought it round, and I cannot start it for the life of me, even with Easy Start puffed in there.
Okay, so
I was going to say, has it got petrol in it?
Yeah,
that was the question I first asked him. Yeah.
So
go for it, guys. Right? Obviously, I checked petrol. Okay. Spark plug works fine. Timing, spot bollocks. You know, with the doodah in the middle of what's name.
Yeah, righto. Yeah, we'll go with
that. I checked the valves. The inlet valve was very, very slightly tight, but nothing very much. The only thing, there's 2 things. A, it won't start for the life of me. It will not a single one little spark. There was too much oil in there.
Okay, so whoa. You said no spark?
There was plenty of spark. On spark tester, boom, no problem.
Oh, so you just said it, no spark, is what you just said.
No, I meant to say, I didn't fire once. Sorry.
Okay, so number one, this is the SV200 series engine, yes?
Possibly.
That don't help.
So I think it is. I think let me check my email.
It's the overhead cam jobby.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure
Mick,
Mick,
I'm interrupted here, mate. I've got to drop off. My dinner's ready, so
all right,
come
no
back in a minute. I'll come back in a while.
I'll catch you later.
All the best.
Yeah. Right.
See you
Let's have a look here. Wondering if a valve is stuck. Oh, did you email me several times? You did, right? Okay, here we go.
Yeah. So check the valve. The valves
another question. I just had a mount filled. It's an SP536 ES, which is electric start self-propelled, which has got the RM55, which is the SV200 engine copy. Motor has been returned by the buyer, used twice, went to use it again, and it won't start. I've cleaned the carburetor, checked for spark, good. Timing's good. It won't even fire with easy start. Any ideas? By the way, yeah, that and that. Okay, cool. Right, so you then emailed me again. I said we'd chat about it tonight on the stream. Yeah. Tried to get something from your wish list, but couldn't do it. Okay, right, that's not that.
That's sorted, Mick.
Okay, no. In fact, I just had someone just buy something off my wish list just a minute ago. Funny enough, I just see that. Right. So, what Mitchell started off saying is where I think predominantly we'd all end up with. We definitely have enough compression for test.
Got a good compression, yeah.
Okay.
I've not put a tester on there, to be fair.
Okay, so number one, then that's what you're going to have to do, because just because you think you've got enough compression doesn't mean to say you have.
But would it suddenly lose it? Would it suddenly not go?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you're selling a second-hand you're selling a second-hand mower. You don't know what it's done before. Someone may have run it dry on oil for 20 minutes prior to you having it, and the damage is there. But with enough oil going through the head, has given enough compression to come up. But it could be letting by. It could be doing all sorts. So, whack a compression tester on it to see if that improves it. Now, the only other thing I will say is that these SV200s are notorious for coils. So, what I would recommend is with that is, although you have a spark, which is good, it may not be a strong enough spark to do the job. So it could actually be the SV200 coil, and I actually have one just here, funnily enough. And they do 2 or 3 different types. I know Pete Froud's got an SV 200, which he can't get to fire for love nor money. And a new spark plug would definitely help. What spark plug is it currently in there?
It's an NGK.
Okay, so that should do it. I would test with a multimeter, test the coil to see what the coil is actually doing. That's number 1. Number 2 is the machine choking fully?
Yes, when I've checked it. When
you put it onto choke, you take your air box off.
Yeah,
you can see that carburetor is fully choked.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
One thing I noticed, the spark plug, because it was a new plug when I put it in there, and he just said he's only used it twice. It was pretty bad. It was obviously running extremely rich, really black. And
you say you did the valves?
I've checked the valves, and I mean they're 6 and 8,000.
Should go. So I would say you need to investigate the coil. Number 1, investigate the compression. Try removing the coil stop lead off as well. Take it off the coil and try and start it without it. Obviously, you have to get electric shock when you take it off because, or just choke it. It might stall out with choke. Try that.
The other thing, just to throw someone else into the pond, Mick, guys. I pulled the plug out. I mean, I've literally come in the last 20 minutes after I stripped it down to check all this stuff. The plug was dry.
It's not getting fuel then.
Yeah. But the carburetor, I've stripped down, cleaned. I've done everything with the carb.
Yeah, irrelevant. If you might have fuel in the bowl, but are you getting fuel up through the tube into the throat to give you enough to into the cylinder?
Well, it's clean. I've gone through it.
It's irrelevant. It's clean, mate. If you got a dry plug, you got a dry plug. You ain't getting fuel.
To me, I think I've got a fuel problem. I think, but I can't suss out why. If the car has been completely serviced, I've even thought about getting another car put on there, but.
Good luck with that. Getting an LHP 19, they're not cheap. Oh, look at you writing that number down. LHP 19 is a carburetor for that. LHP 16 for an SV 150, by the way. The 19 carburetors are now obsolete, but they do a new version, and the good news is they're only about £50 to £75 each. I'd still be in money with it, even with that, because I made good money with it. Well, I would go back to basics and take that carburetor back off, put it through the ultrasonic cleaner, rim that main jet out quite a lot, because they are quite a high revving engine. Are those SV200s? They are quite bolshy, so that main jet will take quite a bit of rimming. To make sure you're getting enough fuel in, because if you've got fuel in the tank, gravity fed into the bowl, float goes up, bowl's full up, right? You put the choke on. That should manually allow fuel up through that tube. Yeah. If you've got a dry spark plug, it's never going to fire no matter what you do. Now, what you're using carburetor spray, are you? Yeah, I popped that in there, but the problem I had, Mick, is I had the buyer was here at the time, this morning, and I sort of go through it, trying to look professional
which for me is quite difficult, as you
that.
can imagine. But we squirted the old easy gas in there, but absolutely nothing happened. But then I realised he had it on choke, pulling it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So put it onto choke and spray the stuff through the throat. Then take it off a choke and try and pull that. If you've got a decent enough spark, it should fire. What it tells me is if you're putting carb spray either in the head or in the throat and it's still not firing, it is either the plug, the compression, or the coil.
Right.
Even with a really weak spark, it should still fire.
Yeah, the spark looked pretty good, to be frank. But strange enough, before I sold it, it came into me, and I don't know if you remember, I contacted you occasionally, and the question was, did a rusty flywheel interfere with the spark? Remember?
No, it doesn't.
No. As soon as I cleaned it up, that motor was good as gold.
A rusty flywheel will interfere with your air gap. That's all.
Yeah.
But it does pay just to clean the coil up, and that's why I'm saying if you take your coil off, where the two bolts go into the coil, where those bolts fit onto the engine, sand them off, and then sand both parts of the coil there and across there. Now that will make sure that your coil is grounded, which does help with a spark. However, the cleaning the flywheel will only give you a good air gap. That's all.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So okay. I would definitely do that. The coils do break down, and they're not expensive. They're about 15 quid.
Yeah, I mean, I can put a multimeter on it to see if it's, because you do the primary and the secondary windings with the resistance, can't you?
Yeah, exactly.
If you've got a good resistance, it should be a good coil.
What tester are you testing with?
Just a multimeter with 20,000 ohms on it.
Sorry, beg your pardon. When you're testing for spark, what are you testing with?
Oh, beg pardon. With the see-through jobby window thingy.
The one with a little tiny bulb in it.
That's the one.
Throw it in the bin.
Right.
Pick yourself up one of these cookies. These are the Briggs and Stratton ones.
Yeah.
It's got a clear window on it, and it'll actually tell you by the colour of the light when it jumps across the two. It'll tell you if you have a good spark or weak spark.
Okay. Just interesting. When you check your sparks, guys, do you leave the plug in or you take the plug out and just earth it?
I take the plug out, I put the HT lead in there, and then I earth that end onto the side of the engine. So
you do away with the plug completely?
Yes, because you're testing for spark, you're not testing the plug.
Yeah.
However, there are some theories that these are incorrect, and there is a much better one you can get out, which you can turn up the voltage dependent on what your coil should be putting out. But they're about £90 for one of the other ones. Yeah. But these Briggs ones are quite good. You can run it in situ with the plug. You put that on the end of a plug, and then you put that on the HT lead, and you can run it in line. But it sounds to me like you have two issues: a spark issue and a fuel issue, and you need to get at least a fuel issue sorted, so then you can then rule that out.
Yeah, well, I'll strip the carb down and shove it in the ultrasonic tomorrow morning.
Well, before you shove it in the ultrasonic, rim that main jet out. You've got to rim it out. I've been speaking to 2 or 3 people this week. They've emailed me, much the same as you do. They've got particular problems with the 414 mount field with the RS100 engine on top, and they're hunting and surging. And if you don't rim that main jet out, it ain't going to do nothing. You've got to rim that jet out.
Okay.
I did one today on a Ryobi, and the hole was tiny. It was really small, and I pretty much doubled the size of it, and it runs sweet as a nut. But go careful, bit by bit, and clean it out. Well, I've got a question here. Question is for Mick. I was changing the fuel lines on a Sovereign petrol grass strimmer. Changed the lines. Now the thing has seized up, but I did have it running. So you've changed the fuel lines, and now it's seized. But you did have it running beforehand. Well, if it's seized, then it's seized.
Does it mean like it's hydrolocked, that sort of thing that you can't?
That's what it sounds like, hydrolocked.
Yeah, take the spark plug out and try and pull it. If not, take the plug out, spray some WD-40 down the head, take the pull cord assembly off, and then on the back you'll have a little tiny flywheel. Put a socket on the back of that and just very gently try and turn it towards and forwards to try and free it up. But it sounds like a hard. If you had it running beforehand and the fuel is right, then yeah, it sounds like a bit of a hydrolock system. So just try taking the plug out, but go careful. Don't go pulling it with an HT lead in the plug, because I've set fire to 2 streamers last year where you pull it and it sparks and the fuel comes up through the cylinder and sets fire to streamers. So go very careful.
I would say this though, that instead to check to see if that mower will start of yours, why don't you put fuel in the head first? Take the spark plug out and shoot in, because if it'll start with fuel being shot directly in the head, it die, that tells me your carburetor's screwed up. Yeah. And also, my father was a retired machinist, taught me a trick. You can test spark. You have to look up the resistance value of a plug. You could actually take an ohm meter and put it from the tip of your spark plug, one lead, and take the other end and put it to your actual coil wire and pull the coil. It'll actually should register the number of volts that coil is putting out.
Yep.
You could do that with an ohm meter. You just need the alligator clips to clip on the end.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's that. To me, you shouldn't be having a dry plug. You need to be getting fuel in that throat, and if you're not getting fuel in that throat, then there's something. The fuel is not coming up, not coming up via the tube. So get onto that. Doug Swins in the house. How you doing, Doug? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well, buddy boy. Nice to see you. Bing's in the house too. How you doing, Bing? Dusty's in the house. Matt Stubbington, spark plug HT lead is clean and contacting spark plug securely. Yeah, all those sort of little things. Make sure your spark plug is HT is clean. Get a pair of pliers and give it a little bit of a squeeze on the old boot as well. Yeah. Just make a good contact. Clean the end of your spark plug up as well. It all helps. It all helps. Hammy Hunter says, I'll just catch up with old comments. Hammy Hunt says, I fixed my neighbour's Honda today. He used it a few times this year. Perfect levels and parked outside. Spark was fine. I opened the drain bolt and the carb only water came out. Sorted hole and filter, all fine now. There you go. Bang. Bish bash bosh. That's how we like to hear it. Hammy Hunter, Tim Palmer, Ali Mack, Passat. You're all chatting to each other. There was another question there. Totally agree with Mick. I got the same myself. Yeah. The Briggs spark plug is tester is good. Double check the dead man's is fully off before you do it. Yeah, that's a good shout. So is your micro switch being deactivated when you pull the handle in?
Well, I get a spark because I lock off the dead man on the handle, and then I get a spark.
That don't matter. Okay. That don't matter, because if that cable's stretched just a little bit, you will still get spark, and that engine still may not run. If you want to test that theory, you could take the handle, pull the handle back, and while you hold the handle, I always squeeze down on the lever. If you can squeeze back even 1/8 of an inch, that tells me your cable is stretched and it's not totally disengaging.
Yeah, I did also have a similar problem with one of my, in fact, that's the same engine, Phil. On mine, my micro switch was not going fully back. I think you might have to take the flywheel off to do it. I can't remember off the top of my head, but a pair of pliers, just give it a bit of a twist. So when you pull that handle in, it will actually fully depress that micro switch. Just give it a go. It just rules it all out. Do you know what I mean?
Sure, I understand. Just the weird part, it ran really, really well. He put it away, went to use it the following day. It just wouldn't go. It's overnight, from perfect to no.
I got a lawnmower does it.
I will say I've been having a bit of a nightmare with a mower that I sold. It's exactly the same mower, funnily enough, the electric start one. I picked it up as part of a 2-job lot. I had to buy a new wiring loom just for the battery. I had to buy a new battery for it. Give it a full service, all runs, starts. It comes with a charger as well, which is really cool. We don't often come with chargers. Really good. So happy with that. However, the gentleman went to go and use it, and it threw the belt. So he brought it back, put the belt back on, all good. Give it back to him. He went back out. 45 minutes later, it threw the belt again. So he's brought it back. It's got a brand new blade boss on it, a brand new gearbox on it. So I bought a new belt for it, which is the right belt for it, and also I got a different gear. You know the springs that hold the gearboxes up.
Yeah.
I put a slightly less tension spring on it. I think the spring that was on it was too tall, and the crankshaft pulley and the gearbox pulley were at two different angles, and I didn't like it. I think that's all it was. So by putting a slightly less tension spring on it, he texted me today saying so far so good. He hadn't had a text saying it's thrown the belt, so I'm hoping it's done the job. Yeah,
it's a nightmare when they come back, and this is the first time I've had one come back. So I've been doing
it sort of makes you wonder. Have I got someone down here waiting to come up? I think I have. Who's that? Oh, sorry, Snob. Didn't even hear it go ping, buddy. Up you come, mate. Sorry, mate. Have you been down there long? You can actually see his third chinlet without him smiling. Look at his chinlet. Look.
Oh,
it didn't go ping. Normally it goes ping when someone comes in here.
Yeah.
How you doing, Snob?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm very good, thanks. Yeah.
You look a bit. To be fair, I'm not trying to spook you, but you look a little bit peaky. You look a little bit peaky.
A bit grey.
Oh, I need to push my light back. Apparently, is that any better?
There you go. That's it.
Is that better?
That's the HT snobby I know. Yeah. Yeah. Rod and mower's all done, mate. Yeah, that's all finished and up and running, which is cool. Inlet manifold gasket sealing, air leak. Yeah, could be all of those. Yeah. Has it got a gasket on the backside of a carburetor, Phil?
Yeah. It's that one's got a metal plate and a gasket. And it seals against the box itself and the car. You know, it's a real nightmare.
Well, it's only a nightmare because it ain't running. That's all it is. If it was running fine, it wouldn't be a nightmare, would it?
That's true enough. Happy days.
Well, you'll get there. You know, we all have problems with engines. I did a complete gearbox swap, handle swap, carburetor swap, fired an engine up today, and it's got rod knock. So I take the engine off. After all of that, the engine's knackered.
Oh, are we talking about engines?
Yeah, no, we're talking about scrap. Talking about scrap here, Snobby. It wouldn't really interest you.
Oh, it would, because guess what?
Let's have it.
I went out Wednesday and I picked up 11 Briggs & Stratton engines, right?
Talking out your arm.
I'll show you the picture if you like.
Did you just swear on my live stream?
Picking, I said.
I've missed you, Snob. Looks like you lost a bit of weight, Snob. You lost a bit of weight in your face, Snob. Looks like you lost a bit, dropped a few pounds.
I've had a shave, all right?
Oh, that's what it is.
You're going to love this.
I love you.
Ready?
Hang on, let me blow you up. Oh, they're beautiful.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, very nice.
So, plus the mower decks. That are a bit roached out anyway.
Yeah.
But I've been taking apart this week. Briggs & Stratton engines. Completely.
That's it, mate. Well, as I told you before, don't forget all the little tiny carburetor governor springs. They're £6 a pop.
Yeah, no, there was no. There's only exhausts on them mainly, and the flywheels and the crank shafts and that type of thing. You know what you see there, basically. There's no carburetors.
There you go. That's just gone beep now. I heard that go beep. There you go. So I can do it for you. Gary's trying to come up.
I had a couple from Mate Skip yard come in this week. The first one, I messed around with it, and it spewed its guts all over the garage. But there we go. I had a trouble from Mike's yard coming this week. The first one, in the garage.
Gary, have you got your YouTube still turned on, babe? You're turning YouTube off, darling.
I've just turned it off.
I'm getting smart with
me. How are we doing?
All right. I've got Snobby Rapper on the panel. I've got my little Snobby up. Here he is. Look, here he is. Yeah, doing all right.
Yeah, so I've been really busy this week. Jesus, I haven't stopped. I mean, I've learned more about Briggs and Stratton engines this week than ever. I mean, to be honest, I feel they're quite simple to work on. They've got one little piston, right, and two little valves. And I found a wonderful tool to get the valves out. Really, it's this tiny little crowbar. Just jam it underneath there, lift it up, get that little collet thing out. I'll just bring up. Well, they come out easy.
Nice and simple, mate. That's not the hard bit. The hard bit's selling them. That's the hard bit.
Well, that was a Briggs and Stratton on that one you done, wasn't it, Snob?
Sorry?
On your hybrid mower, that was a Briggs, wasn't it?
I'm not sure whether that's a Briggs, actually.
That was a Tecumseh.
Oh, Tecumseh. Right.
That was a Tecumseh off of a, it looked like it came off of a Crowcast 35, I'd say.
Qualcast.
Where it depends on what part of the country you're from, of course.
Well, it's
what was that? What was that on the front of it, Snobby?
Oh, a battery.
A battery?
A battery.
What was it, Dusty?
Battery.
That's what I thought you said. That's a little art. That reminded me of you. What's that from Hammy Hunter? What's Hammy Hunter saying?
Hungry off, Mick. I've got my dinner, all right.
All right, babe. Yeah, see you soon, buddy. Look after yourself.
And you, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Hammy Hunter saying he just watched your very first live stream ever, Snobby. How things have come on.
Yeah, sure have.
Tecumsehs are the best engine maker. Yeah, I disagree with that. I disagree with that fully.
Don't touch them.
So you've been busy, and Snobby. You how do you get that lot in your car? Then you just hung it in the back of the car. Was it delivered, or what was it?
Well, it was, I had to go and pick it up. This guy in Clacton.
Cool.
I got this email, didn't I, from the car?
Yeah.
I got this email from a guy called Gary B. And, for a couple of days, I thought it was a bit of a wind-up. So I didn't reply straight away. And then I thought, well, you know what, I'll give it a try. I thought, someone might be getting snobby at it, And I replied, but I replied on the back of the email. And I should have just sent a fresh email. And then it worked out, and I went and picked it up on Wednesday. Me and Dusty went out for a little road trip. I've got a little video coming out, but it's a lot of me waffling on, really. Not a lot of footage, but it just shows you all them engines and the decks and some other scrap that the very kind man gave me.
Like I've always told the Snobby, it doesn't matter about how much you put into it. It's all content, and people will watch anything. Trust me, they watch my videos, so they'll watch anything.
Yeah, I know. I've stopped watching them. Anyway, it's a very nice guy called Gary B. I don't know whether you know Gary B. Really
Gary
knows what
B,
he's doing. He's got a lovely big shed, about 23 foot long. Oh, there's Gary there. Look, he looks so much younger there. I didn't even recognise him.
Yeah, Gary. I said, no. Oh, hello, he's gone.
You've upset him, Snobby.
Hey?
You've upset him, mate.
Yeah, I think I'm having connection issues.
Connection issues?
Connection.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Let's see.
Did he get him off a Gary?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's cool.
This guy here.
That was nice of Gary, wasn't it?
He knows.
Yeah. Well, if you can. I just thought if that's what he does.
Yeah,
I was saving up to scrap them in myself.
100%. Definitely give him a snob. What happened to carburetors and tanks then?
Here you go, Tommy Tractor. Wave to England, UK.
The
train.
I mean, obviously, I kept what I can. what was no good. Snobby
Hey,
obviously
wave
made
to the foreign land. This is Tommy Tractor.
Tommy Tractor? Has he got a tractor?
That's what we call him, Tommy Tractor. Say hello to the people on YouTube, Tommy. I'm serious. You're live. Look at this mower he's working on.
You don't seem very happy about being called Tommy the Tractor.
He's working on an old wheel horse.
An old wheel horse, yeah, nice bit of kit.
Yeah, look at this thing. He's got a dinosaur.
So, how are you, Gary? All right?
Oh, nice, yeah, very nice.
How are you, Gary?
Snob, you all right? Yeah.
Yeah. Still learning how the old Briggs and Stratton engine works.
You'll soon pick it up.
I've told you before. You're welcome in my shed anytime you like, mate. Once there's old bars, mate, you're welcome to come down here.
Oh, will be, yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, I was just surprised how simple and basic them engines are. I mean, there's so much slap and play in the crankshaft, the piston, and everything. You know, it's unbelievable.
Without a doubt, the flathead is the best engine Briggs have ever made, and even more so the cast ones. And they're pretty much bulletproof. You can run them on next to no oil at all, and they still run. Yeah,
I think some of these might have been, you know.
Matt Stubborn says, my Riley boy loves your videos, Mick, and he dances around in the lounge. And when he put the banjo on the time lapse, yeah, people love my banjo music. Absolutely love it.
Some do.
Snobby.
Look at this guy's old truck.
Oh,
what did he hit? A train?
Oh, he's working on it. It's a 72 Ford.
He don't work on it. He wants to put it in a jig and straighten it out.
Yeah, it's missing a couple of bits.
Yeah, someone wants to come on in. Oh, Roy's back. I bet he's sober.
Maybe a fender or something like that.
Yeah, scrap it. Scrap it.
It ain't, you hear that, Tommy? They said scrap your truck.
Scrap it.
Yeah.
You just put a new floor in this one.
It's a scrap wagon, that is.
Nicky Walsh says, Snobby, you sound like a man who's worked on high-performance engines than lawnmowers.
Oh, I have, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you still got that VW Transporter, Snob?
No, Caddy.
Oh, Caddy, sorry. Yeah, beg your pardon, Caddy. I looked at one the other day for a new vehicle.
What, a Caddy?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, that's okay for going rubbish.
Yeah, I looked at a Caddy.
They wanted to see an old truck.
They're all right. I mean,
Is it the 5-door one, Mick, like mine?
No, 2-door one, or 3-door, with a split back doors on the back.
Oh, we've got a 5-door.
Yeah, we've got the 5-door, 2 sliding doors, both sides.
Yeah, this is only just a 2-seat. It's only just a 2-seater one I looked at.
Yeah, I've got seats in the back.
What part?
Eh?
I said loads of room in it, even with 5 seats in it.
Oh yeah, and I haven't got seats in the back. It could have, but then you'd have to put glass in the side.
Yeah, but my one's got the glass in the sides as well.
Yeah, it's got to be for seats in the back.
I don't want the glass in the side. See, I need it for covert operations.
Yeah, I mean the newer shape one, that sort of changed on about the template. The 010. That's when it changed shape and it went into that better looking shape. But there is a lot to learn about because you've got so many different engines. And my son knows about what one throws the conrods. Apparently, one of the engines is not very popular.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, mine's 2011.
They're the ones that are no good.
Cheers, Mick.
I didn't want to say that. No.
There's Dusty Blonde's link. For those that are not subscribed to Dusty Blonde, get your bums over here. Go and check Dusty Blonde out, please. We're trying to push Dusty up to the 1K. Don't get the STD. You want the TDI, apparently.
Yeah, mine's a TDI.
Yeah, just a standard. but they do a couple of different variations. See, I mean, they're all right. I think if you just drive them normally, you know, but if you want to start asking them to work a little bit and thrash them around, they don't like it.
Well, I think that's the issue, isn't it? Is that I only want it just to thump about me, just to do day-to-day work. But obviously, other people may have decided to have it differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong if you get an ex-British Gas one. That's what mine is, and I've got that.
Yeah, I do.
What mileage did that actually have on when I got it? I think it was about 92,000 when I got that from British Gas, and it's been apart from a little gearbox problem which I sorted, fine.
Right.
My one was a one owner from a veterinary company.
Right.
Fully serviced, history a lot. I've got all the paperwork, everything.
Yeah, you probably paid about $5-6 grand for that, Roy.
No, I ain't. I've paid $3 for it. $3
Yeah. It's stolen.
Oh, right.
Hey, Mick, you remember that antique chainsaw that Terrell fixed at one time?
Yeah.
Does that look familiar right here?
What, your head? Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Yeah, very nice. Chain's a bit slack.
Oh, is that the one that was on eBay and all that sort of thing?
It's got a pistol grip on the back. Yeah, it's got a pistol grip.
This guy owns it. He owns one.
That's nice. Ali says, yeah, probably problems with the engine. Oh, talking to somebody else. Beg your pardon. We'll keep it. I talk about his Passat. Roy put the hit and miss engine on it.
I've got a VW. You want one?
Wait, Phil, you can't even get your SV200 to work right. Well, I'm going to buy a vehicle off of you.
It's on a trike I built.
Oh, what?
Yeah, but mine's not stationary yet, Nick.
It's a 1600 single port VW Beetle motor built into a trike.
Okay.
There you go. Look. There you go.
There you go.
Don't know why I told you that, but I just thought it would. I just want to join in.
Well, no. Have you not got no other questions then? Because normally you're full of questions about this sort of time of night.
Give me time.
Yeah. So what have you been working on then, Gary? What have you been up to, buddy boy?
Just finished Mountfield, restored it. Just started another one. Got it off down to metal. Got it in paint strip at the moment. Get the last few bits off, so that'll be put back together by the end of the week. Sold free scrap lawnmowers today. I was going to take them down the dump, but some bloke come round and give me 20 quid for them, so that's out of the way. But,
was that snobby? Was that snobby?
No, I gave him the good stuff.
I've not seen you for a while, Gary. Where you been?
I know what snobby's like. You know, snobby doesn't mind splashing the old £20 notes out. You know what he's like. Since he's been big on YouTube, he's just dishes them out, doesn't he? Oh yeah, is that a sponsorship there, Snob?
Yeah.
GoPro.
Yeah.
Good lad.
Yeah.
So I've been working on a few bits and pieces, but also today I got a little present today. Now I don't know who this come from. Hopefully they're in the chat. I got a parcel through the old post from my old best friends over at Amazonian. So if you're in the chat, can you just let me know if it was you? Because it didn't come with a note on it.
Yeah,
this is off me old. What is it then?
It was me. Eh?
What is it then?
Well, open the box to find out.
No, if it was you, you'd know what it is, wouldn't
you? Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So what was it?
That would spoil the surprise, wouldn't it?
Oh, we know what it is. I've already opened it, so no surprise.
Oh right.
So what was it, Snob?
You tell me.
Look at the little grin. Look. Oh, so you bought something, but you don't know what it was.
It's just...
Mick.
Yeah.
Mick.
Yes,
it wasn't from me.
It wasn't from you. I sort of sussed that when I said it.
Worked for me with a bit.
So I don't know who it's from, but someone has bought me. There's no note in it. But someone has bought me the Draper screwdriver, torque set, Allen key set, bits and bobs there. Look, that's cool. How cool's that? Nice big box. Yeah. Nice big box full of bits and pieces.
I need one of them, Mick.
You can have it, 35 quid. There was no name on it. So if it was you, and if you're in the chat, can you just say, yeah, it was me? And I'm going to say thanks. So I don't know who it's from.
I've got one on my wish list, but no one's bought me one yet.
That's off my wish list.
I can't afford anything like that, mate.
Well, I don't know who it's from. I've got no idea. I would like to know, really. There is an option for people to, when they buy something off your wish list, there is an option to leave a note, but there's no note in there. So I don't know who it was. Yeah, mate. Oh, no, it wasn't okay. Right. So that was that. Do you want to see what they give me on me sponsorship thing? Do you want to see that, Snob?
Oh, can't you do a video?
Oh, I can do. I'll leave it be.
Yeah, I'll do a video about it.
Well, I have.
Oh, I'll wait for the video then.
All right, I'll leave it in. I'm just trying to think of content.
Show us.
Let me just turn around.
See.
That's my new T-shirt, by the way.
What's that? A dartboard?
Go get that engine. It might be up there. Spare.
I tell you what.
Not from Amazon, no doubt.
I tell you what. It takes some doing to wear one of those, doesn't it? Hey, God, Lord. Yeah.
I tell you what, Phil.
Red boy.
I know what you're saying there, Phil, but it takes more effort to get out of the basement. Ta-da.
I don't care.
So
he does.
I'm going to be doing a bit of giveaway because some of the bits these guys sent me, I've already got duplications of already. So I'm going to do a bit of giveaway. Hi, Mick. Just checking in quick. I'm waiting on an old method. Luke, did you send me something via Amazon, buddy? This thing here, was that you, Luke? I know you mentioned earlier on about getting something. Was that you, Luke, or not? Let us know, Luke. Hi, Mick. Just checking in quick as I'm on an old Mountfield. Okay, cool. Andy's Mowers. Okay, I'll let you go. So anyway, for those of you that don't know, I am been sponsored by this company, Pro Parts Direct in America. They got hold of me and said we'd like to send you some few bits off and on, which is cool. So they sent me two of these, and I've already got one, a cooking knife. This is actually called a grass buster, and it's used for scraping grass off the old decks. So it's got a curved top to them. They're really good. No, I don't do wish list stuff. Of course, I chose the item. Cool. Okay, no, it's fine. So was it you or no? It wasn't you, Luke. Okay, cool. Right. So I got a grass buster. That's quite cool. They sent me a plethora of filters for engines. Plethora of them. They sent me this stuff, which is it's called Mow Deck. So slick, grass won't stick. Apparently, you spray that to the old deck of an engine of a lawnmower, and the grass won't stick. Apparently.
Do I love?
Hey.
Yeah.
They sent me some inline filters as well.
Nice, good.
They sent me some stickers, and they sent me about 8 or 10 different ranges of spark plugs, champion spark plugs, B2LMs, chainsaw ones, strimmer ones. These are the CJ6Ys. I got some other ones as well. Sent me a Terrell Fixes All Cozy in the old for the old cans and what have you. No, your Prezi is here, but not sent it out yet. Okay, cool. Look, no worries. Then they sent me a little man bag, as well, which is quite a snobby might like that little man bag. That comes with a set of carburetor tuners in there as well.
Nice.
Quite cool. Did they send you any good stuff?
Yeah, they sent me a load of copper, but I just threw it in the bin.
A great answer.
So that's that. That's what they sent me. So as you all know, I have reached my my 3,000 subscriber, which is fantastic news. Okay, well happy with that. So I'm going to do a bit of giveaway, and because I've already got a grass buster, One of these. I've already got one of them. So I'm going to throw that in the pot. So that's one item. I've already got a set of carburetor tuners. I've already got that. So I'm going to throw that in the pot as well, which is cool.
Yeah.
I'm also going to throw in limited edition Micks Mowers keyring for those who don't have one. Which is it.
I got one.
Yeah, not many people have.
I didn't get one.
And I know some are already waiting on these, but I've got some more coming. I've got a Micks Mowers mug as well. Bob-omb. I've got to send Tina hers yet.
I ain't got one.
Oh, you don't have one. I haven't sent you one.
Tell me.
That's that. And on top of that, with that prize, that'll also come with a £50 Amazon gift voucher as well.
Ooh.
See,
now, one prize, is it?
That buy me a new carb mech.
Well, it won't, Phil. 'Cause I won't put your name in the hat, Phil. Yeah, thanks for the old congrats on the old 3,000, which is cool. Your mug is in the kitchen, Tina. I've got it, darling. I've got to send it out. So there you go. So that's what I'm giving away: a Micks Mowers mug with keyring, a set of carburetor tuners, a grass buster, and a £50 Amazon gift voucher, which I think is quite cool. And pretty much that's some of the earnings that I've earned through YouTube by having adverts on that you guys have to watch to watch the video. So it's sort of
Here's the R20 I owe you. Yeah.
So for those of you that want to enter, I didn't want to advertise it as a giveaway video because people come in here who aren't subscribed and whatever, and just after the Amazon gift voucher, whatever. So it's cool. Now there's plenty of stuff there. Now, if you win and you don't want all the stuff, i.e., if you don't want a mug or don't want a grass buster, I will then roll that over to somebody else. But I'm guessing you're going to want the £50 Amazon gift voucher, right? That's what I'm guessing. So all you have to do is on this live stream is like it and leave a comment in the comment section below. That's all you're going to have to do. And the comment section can be anything. Comment can be anything, positive, negative, it can be anything you like. As long as you comment in it, then you stand a chance to win. And then next Saturday, I'll draw the names out, and whoever wins it, wins it. So there you go. That's what I'm doing for my 3,000 giveaway subscriber thing. So hopefully that's cool. And some of you guys girls and guys might enter it. It's up to you. As I say, if you don't want the tuners, carburetor tuners, don't have to have them. If you don't want a grass buster, you don't have to have it. And whoever doesn't want anything, I'll try and give it away somewhere else. That's what I do. So I was given for free by my sponsor. I've already got a set, so no point me having 3 sets. So I've already got a grass buster here. There's my grass buster. I've already got one, and I've got 2 of them. So and they are really good. So comment section down below, leave a comment and leave me a thumbs up. That's all you got to do to do that. So pretty much things that you'd normally do anyway. So I'm definitely in. How you keeping? You look, yeah, cool. Yeah, we're doing good. RC Madness. How you doing?
Yeah, I can't leave you a comment.
Why can't you leave me a comment?
I can't. No, I can leave you a private chat, mate, but not a live comment.
Why?
Yeah, I can't leave a comment at the moment because I'm on my mobile phone. So
what you do is
can't do it.
What you do is when you leave the stream, you then wait for the stream to finish, and then tomorrow leave a little comment.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's easy then. All right, mate. Because I'm desperate for a mug.
But there is no point, Concar, because I'm going to win it anyway, so there's no point.
Oh yeah, it'd be fixed for Snobby anyway. Yeah, so there's no point.
Well,
because every comment that goes in, I should just delete all the comments anyway, so I'm the only one left.
Oh, that's fair. At least we know. I'm happy with that, mate.
Yeah.
Mitchell says, great videos as always. Be great to meet up one day. Maybe exchange some mowers. Yeah, cool. You give me some mowers and I'll give you none. That's fantastic. Yeah, sounds like a plan.
I'm just happy to get scrap engines.
Mugs and carb tuners would be awesome, Mick. Well, there you go. You know what you got to do. So all you got to do is give it a thumbs up and comment down below. That's all you got to do. So, and hopefully Pro Parts will give me a few more bits and pieces over. And as I say, if I got anything already, I'll pass it out. It's all free, so I'll give it away. Do you know what I mean? So that's what it's all about.
That's very kind of you, Mick.
Well, you know, without my subscribers, no point doing the channel, right? That's what it is. So you got to give a little bit back.
Yeah, I'm quite emotional at the moment, mate. Quite,
Can you?
Yeah, I'm a little bit teary
I'm
as well.
quite emotional at the moment.
Okay, Mick, you
Why
ever
emotional,
seen one of
Phil?
these?
I'm
why
welling
emotional?
up at the moment. I don't know if I can carry on.
All right, we're not.
Me-
Go down
Man
there.
up, man up. He's gone.
I keep going down in the bottom there.
What you got there, then, Mr. Briggs? What's that? Turn it around. I can't see it. Turn it around.
It's a new old stock, the Clinton engine that Tommy Tractor just gave me.
Well, post it over to me, mate. I'll have that.
I never seen one like it. Brand new. It's got the factory engine stand. Never been started.
Well, post it over to me. I'll have that. Cheers. Dusty, who's that guy with the funny things to lawnmowers? Who's that guy that do funny things to lawnmowers? That's Snobby, Edward.
Oh.
Hybrid mowers.
Not sure.
Who's that guy that do funny things to lawnmowers?
Oh, right.
Oh, funny
Can't
things.
talk about that on open mic.
Custom, ain't they, Snob?
Yeah.
Custom mowers.
Listen, I'm going to work on that. I'm going to give it a little bit more thought, and I'm actually going to put a strimmer on the side to do the edges as well. So
I
it
think
becomes
So it's going to be a
better.
multi-tool, is it, Snobby?
Probably looks better with a set of rotivator tines on the front of it, Snob.
yeah, it's going to be the hybrid multi.
I like the way you're going to cut the belt and make it fit. I quite like that idea. That's the sort of thing Phil would do.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah,
good point, actually. You know, this mower that come back, he said there's a bit of a leak on the carburetor. You remember when we spoke, Mick? I cocked up a bit. I've got the O-ring on the bowl got contaminated with carb cleaner, and it's sweating a bit. I cut it in half, like you suggested, and joined it with super glue. Yeah, it worked really well. The problem was, I think, when it went all back together, it kind of switched out a bit. But it actually
definitely
did a good job, actually, to be fair.
Well, it's not the first time I've done that. The only problem with doing O-rings and super glue, of course, is petrol and super glue don't tend to work very well together, but it does work. But
Yeah,
what I will
it
say
does,
is,
yeah.
what I
If
will
you
say
look
is,
at they reckon super glue is impervious to petrol. I don't know how.
yes and no. But
Yeah.
what I will tell you is, I was working on that Ryobi today, and the O-ring for that is here, and as you can see, is quite knackered. But I did use this, which I got this off of Amazon. I bought myself.
That's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the O-ring collection.
Yeah.
And I fitted in today an R31 in the old Ryobi carburetor bolt, and it fitted a treat and doesn't leak.
Yeah.
So
is the R radius, is it?
Well, you
I
only
didn't
get.
think they were. I didn't think they were fuel resistant in ones.
Well, it doesn't say they are, Roy, and it don't say they ain't. All I will say is it went in and it's been sat there for 2 hours and it still ain't leaked. So I shall hang on to it for a little while and we go from there.
If you use brake cleaner on your cobs, it don't rot the rubbers.
Yeah, I found that out, Gary.
Yeah, he found that out. He rang me up, Gary, bitching about it.
Yeah.
Say again, Snobby.
I say, do you put a little bit of Vaseline on them just to protect them a little bit?
I never ever put any Vaseline around my ring, Snobby. Never.
Maybe you should try it.
Hey, take yourself down the basement. Go on, off you go. Go on, off you go.
What about you, Mr. Briggs? Do you tend to put Vaseline around your ring?
Here we go. Come on.
Just WD-40 all the way.
Nope. I use grease on my rings, O-rings.
You do you? Oh yeah. Phil, I can see why you put carb cleaner on, because you want your ring to stretch, don't you?
So Mr. Briggs is a grease ball.
Well, I heard back in the day, like in Conker's era, they used butter.
Vaseline or grease will work, either one.
Butter?
Yeah, back in Conker's era, they
We
used
just send
butter.
it to the gutter.
Not gutter, butter.
But it is a good point. It's a good point. I read this stuff like don't get the rubber rings involved with car cleaner. I thought, yeah, that's no problem. But it really did.
Well,
it did cock it up.
mean,
it really did.
Like I said to you, but on the phone, Phil. I think whenever you rang me up, or whatever it was, lots of people do have in the past given me a little bit of stick because I only use WD-40 to clean carburetors.
Yeah,
it's very rare. Very rarely you'll see me use carb cleaner. But I think my success rate on carburetors with WD-40 is about 85-90% success rate.
Have you tried maintenance spray?
Yes.
Hey, WD-40 is an American company, though.
It's in a really
we're not worried about the
You might. That's something else you like, Nick. It's American. Oh.
Study.
I didn't say it was any good.
Using plus gas on them. Can you still buy plus gas?
Yes. I also use this stuff as well, which is a cleaner remover as well. I use that one. That's quite good. The stuff you're on about, Snobby, I bought some the other day. It was like it was a GT spray, and it was definitely a cleaner and water displacement fluid, and it had a much better pressure as well, which I quite liked. But the only problem is that you can't get it in the big tins, and I can do a tin of that a day, no problem at all.
I usually buy WD-40 by the gallon. Gallon pot. It works out so much cheaper. But I found a tin of plus gas the other day in the garage. I mean, that's really going back so much. I guess you can still get it, can you? Plus gas?
No idea. Is that quite an old thing?
I haven't seen or heard of it for years now.
You heard of it?
Yeah, GT85. That was good stuff. That was, yeah. That's what I got. GT85.
Plus gas is coming on metal tin with a metal nozzle on it. Plus gas.
I think you're talking about old stuff. Found out the hard way with carb cleaner and the rubber float bowl seal. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and that's the other thing as well, Phil. What Andy just said is if it affects your O-rings, it also affects your needle seat as well, especially on Tecumseh and quantum carburetor.
Yeah, because they're rubber tipped, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, no, not just rubber tip. We've actually got a rubber seat inside the carburetor intake as well.
Yeah. Red or white ones.
A brass seat. It's not a brass. Is that not just a brass seat on it?
Yeah, the copycat carburetors nowadays have got the brass with the needle's actually got a little black rubber point on them.
Yeah, on the needle itself.
Yeah, I actually prefer those. I think they're better because then when you're blowing them out, you don't lose the needle seats.
Yeah. The one I've got doesn't have that. I don't think.
Mr. Briggs is upside down.
I'm trying to figure out what this engine is.
What's that, Mick?
That's a rubber needle seats for a quantum. No, it's just needle seat and needle.
Yeah.
Because there's a right and a wrong way for them to go in, isn't there?
Yes, mate. Yeah. Don't put them upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Conker, can you see the chat at all?
Sorry, Snobs.
Can you see this chat? Can you read the chat at all?
What, the live comments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's the one, Dusty. Thanks.
On the back wall. It's on the side wall.
This one here. Right. Very, very reasonably cheap.
Right.
Maintenance fluid.
Yeah.
Very, very good stuff. Very good stuff. Very cheap.
Is it flammable, Snob?
Do you want me to try it?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Go on.
Yeah. What do you think? I'm stupid.
Well,
what do you use it for?
It should tell you when it's in. It is flammable, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Where's that from, Snob?
That is from Euro Parts, and I'll tell you what, it's very, very cheap, and it is a real full can. As you can see, it's a big one. That must be a 12-incher.
Well, it will say how big it is on the side of the tin, Snob. say how big it is.
It should take.
And you know, sometimes when I've actually got grease on my hands, right, I'll just use this right on my hands, and it removes the real grinding, greasy, dirty stuff.
You use that instead of WD-40, yeah?
Yeah, well, no, I use WD-40 for other things, but this to clean something with, like I could spray this on, say, the carcass of a cast aluminium engine, and it will clean it off.
Yeah.
What about the carb inside the carb?
Yeah, I'll imagine so. Yes. Yeah, I've never done it, but I can only recommend it. That's all.
How much was it, Snob?
That I don't know, because we buy them in like a pack of. I think it's a pack of 8. You know, it's not that expensive. See, and I think when my son gets a deal, he gets a discount at Euros. Have a look online. Yeah. Have a look online. What that one is, maintenance fluid.
I'll have a look, mate.
Have a look. Have a look, Pete. See what your maintenance fluid comes up at, mate. Force.
Oh, it's up here.
It could be a game changer, Snob. It could be a game changer.
Well, look, they are a 600 mil. They're a 600 mil.
That's a big tin. Yeah, that's a big tin.
But that WD-40 there, that's a 600 mil as well. And I think I got that's a trade size one. That's the only one I buy nowadays is a big one. I got that from that was from Amazon actually. I got a pack of 3 of those, and I think I paid about 14 quid, which is quite cheap.
Well, you can buy a gallon of it for that same sort of money.
Yeah.
He's got one, and he's got the applicator as well.
Yeah, like a little spray, a spray gun thingy, plastic spray gun.
It's getting cold out here now.
There you go.
So if they're $3.49 each, you might get a deal if you buy a whole packet though, like a pack of 8. I think they're in a packet of 8.
$3.49 is still cheap. Still cheap.
Yeah, it's well worth a go.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that.
Mick, I'm gonna drop down again for the minute. I'm gonna go back indoors, mate. It's a bit cold out here now.
Oh, bless your little cotton socks. All right, mate, no worries.
Yeah, I'll see you in a bit. I'm gonna set my laptop up.
Come on. Right. Hi, Tim. How you doing?
Good, mate. You?
Evening, Tim.
Evening, Snobby. Conker.
Tim.
Another awesome guy there sent me a little parcel this week.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Tim.
If you come on up, Pates, I can rotate people, not a problem at all. It's no issue. So feel free, just hit me the link. I'll give you a link again one more time.
Nick, drop me out, mate. I'm going to shoot off.
Yeah, nice to see you, Gary.
Well, nice to see you, Gary.
See you later, Gary.
Guys. Nice to meet you.
Take it easy, matey.
See you later, Snob. See you later,
Bye.
See you later, Mick.
Anyone wants to see Gary's shed? Anyone wants to see Gary's shed? He actually put a video out today. He's got a lovely shed, just like yours, only bigger.
Can someone throw a link of Gary's shed in there?
Yeah, it's a nice shed. I'll tell you, I was quite impressed. You can obviously see he knows what he's doing, and yeah, well impressed.
Well, that's what it's all about.
Although he could do with another shed to put all the stuff in, which he has got, which I didn't get a look in. He didn't show me what was in that one. I reckon that's where the other 3 mowers were.
Next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so you're trustworthy first.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right, actually. He's a good bloke. Real good bloke.
$25.99 for 5 litres. Parkness is put there. What's that?
That's for the that's for the 5 litres of WD-40, which comes with a spray applicator. The only problem with that is the spray applicators are shocking. I've done 2 of them already, so I converted mine. I've got mine somewhere else now, over here. You know the old window lean. I use it. The bottles are good, but the top bit here breaks. So I just got a window lean one on mine.
I use loads of it. I've done up this that old tiller of mine. I've been using it. Everything in my garage smells of WD-40 at the moment. Apart from the mower that won't run.
I've also got one of these as well. This is a better applicator. This is a pressurized one, which you pressurize as well, and then you just hit the old trigger and away you go.
Yeah,
and,
where'd you get that? A gardening shop?
No, a car. Parts.
Car parts shop.
That was about 4 quid. Really, really good.
I'm hoping when Dusty comes back, she's got this other one that's a pump up one. That's for it's a car trade.
It's really good, especially if you put degreaser in it, Snob, because you can put a fine jet on and really give it some. Someone's just come in here.
You can get them 5 gallon.
Hi, Chrissy. How you doing, hon?
Hi.
You're mute, Chris. I can't hear you. You muted yourself. I can't unmute
No sound,
you.
Chris.
Amateur. You're on mute. No one can hear you. Oh, that looks really good. Yeah, that looks nice. Oh, that's nice, Snob. So that Snob. Hang on 2 seconds. Let me find you, buddy. You up there, are you? Oh, cool. Yeah, same sort of thing. Yeah.
Go and tell Kale I want him.
Yeah, that's what you want. Yeah, cool. That is.
Yeah, I've got something similar I used to waterproof the bricks on the house.
Oh, you would have. Chrissy, what are you showing us, love? Chrissy, you're on mute. We can't hear you. Chrissy and Jason, you are on mute. We cannot hear you. Oh, my Lord. Look at the state of that grizzly hand.
Oh, jeez.
My Lord. It's Robinson Crusoe.
At the shop.
Makes me feel
I didn't know you were going.
Looks like he was oiling himself up for you.
It's Robinson Crusoe.
Why is my wife giving away my content?
Say again.
Yeah.
Are you oiling yourself up, Pete?
Hold on. Why is my wife spoiling content again with you guys?
Well, you know, she does work for us, not for you.
Kale.
Is it very warm where he is?
You know what? It's hard to. Here, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna jump.
Connection's terrible.
Yeah, I think you need to go and have a shower.
Golden Machinery says the Pledge Revive It, which is that one there. I've got some of that as well, which is what Martin Butler uses. It is really good stuff, but you're right. It's for what it is. It's mega expensive, but the good side to it is you don't need a lot of it.
Granddad's Workshop, good to see you.
Parts cleaner that connects to your airline is pretty good. Yeah, I could do one of those parts cleaners, definitely. Hi, Grandad. How you doing, buddy?
What mowers you got there, Mick?
Who?
Mr. Briggs.
Let's have a look. Hang on. Where has he gone?
What's that?
That looks an old one.
Yep. This is how you start. It's a Tecumseh.
What engine is that?
Mickey's favorite.
It's a Tecumseh.
A Tecumseh.
Oh, Tecumseh. That can go. Go on. No, not having that. Can't have a Tecumseh on it.
Hey, it's your favorite. This is old. Look at this old style here with the front wheel drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nearly as old as you, Mr. Briggs, and just as bad a condition.
It's not. This ain't as old as me. This.
Dirt Rider's in the house. How you doing, Dirt Rider? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well.
It's late tonight.
Probably been in the old beer fridge, I expect.
Yeah.
I picked these up today as well off of Amazonian. These are quite cool. Been looking for a set of these for a little while. If I can get into it without smashing it all over the place, it would be brilliant. I don't think it's sellotaped. Oh, it is. Yeah, just I've been hunting for some of these for a little while and just couldn't find them anywhere. But as luck would have it, yesterday I went onto Amazonian and I come across them. These are a full set of roll pins, or they call them steel split spring dowel pins. They call them roll pins. So I picked up a set of them just the other day.
Oh yeah,
as well, because some of the lawnmowers that I deal with, especially the Hondas, they have those in the gearboxes. I have a lawnmower coming in next week with no drive, and I've already diagnosed it, I think, as roll pins are gone. So I picked them up. They were only they weren't a lot, but I think they're about £4 for the set.
But yeah, they're quite useful. Actually, you can put one in front of another one, don't you? You use them, two of them, don't you?
Hey, Mickey. Yeah, I need you to. If I give you my email address, can you send me your address? I got to send you something.
As long it has to go through customs first. Yeah.
Oh, it'll make it through customs.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you go, yeah, hang on, I can do that. Bomb. If you get your phone out and take a photograph of something, no, not that one. That one there. That was amateurish. There you go. There's my email address, just there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just made a bunch of shirts, my Mr. Briggs T-shirts that I'm sending out to people.
Make sure it's triple extra large. It won't fit me otherwise.
Triple extra large.
Hey,
well, no, it's American sizes, isn't it? It's American sizes, people. They're smaller, don't forget.
That's all I ordered, extra large.
Yeah. So I made a mistake. I wanted some self-tapping screws, right? So I went onto Amazon, and there's a big photograph, right, of self-tapping screws. I thought I'll have them. And it's a, how many pieces? Don't say on here. Anyway, I thought I'll have them. They look all right. And that's what they give me. Look at the state of that. So I've had to reorder some more now. They, in the picture, they look like a really big selection box, and that's all I got. It don't even fit in my hand.
Yeah, is that for the ones for the plastic decks, Mick, when you screw them in?
To be fair, that's probably going to end up going for a Burton over top of the edge, to be fair.
Yeah, because the screws that go into a plastic decks or any other plastic is entirely different to a self-tapper.
Yeah, these are just crap.
They've got a different thread on them.
But you know, it's all stuff I have to buy just to try and keep stuff going. So
yeah, sure. I think it's called Plasgo, the ones for the screws.
Yeah, I also picked this up the other week too. This is quite cool. This was cheap. This was only about about £8 off of Amazon, and a nice little talk set.
Is it a digital one, Nick?
No, not digital, mate. No, it's old-fashioned. So it's got Newton meters and it's got inch pounds as well on it, which is quite cool. That was about £7 or £8. I thought it was telescopic, but it ain't. But it's just right for doing up the old head and stuff.
You don't need nothing bigger than that, do you, to do lawnmower stuff?
No, exactly that. You can. It does come with a not a reducer, but one to put it up a size if you need to. But no, you're right, Snob. I don't need nothing extensive.
No.
So I picked that up as well. Bought myself a little present, which is cool. That lives in there. So the only other thing I need now is, does anyone know, or can send me a link to, the old air compressor bits and pieces, these ones? I can't find anywhere.
Right there. Take it off your snowblower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think you're going to say, yeah.
Yeah, I know you're going to say, I can't find the narrow threaded buggers.
Oh, no, there was a shop, but that's sort of burnt down.
What's that, quarter inch, isn't it?
That's quarter inch, but they're the wide thread buggers. I want the narrow threaded ones.
Yeah. Have you checked Euro parts?
No, I haven't, Snob. I have to have a little nose in there.
Oh, there's a couple things up there.
And you've got Screwfix Direct.
Of course, at the minute, all those sort of places are either they're just down this neck of the woods, are only just opening up as click and collect, literally just.
Yeah.
Click and collect up here.
That's a problem.
Wicks's has just opened to the public up here.
Okay, there you go. So if I go to Wicks's near you, I can pop round yours for a cup of tea, can't I?
Why not?
Okay.
Why not? Everyone else goes around there. Your mate Gary goes around there and what have you.
Machine mark.
Say again, Dust.
I'll even get polarised to make you a scone.
I can't wait for that.
In the world.
Machine Mark is where I got mine. All mine from Mix as Garden Machinery. Cool. I'll check them out. Screwfix and Tool Station. Yeah, we have two haters, a 21 and a haterette for cutting long grass. What would you buy to replace them?
Actually, sorry, I've just thought of something. Just round the corner from me. I don't know where it's open. I wouldn't know, but there is a spray shop. They do car spraying stuff and all that. They're a supplier. And it's literally a few hundred yards up the road. I could possibly go there tomorrow. I said, it's Sunday tomorrow, isn't it?
Snobby, don't go dodging the old Corona for me, mate. I'll find them.
Oh, I'll go there Monday. I'll go there Monday and have a look. What is it, the ones you want?
The tight threads.
The tight thread.
Yeah, the tight thread. Yeah, not the loose thread. I want the tight thread one.
So the ones you got are the standard ones, are they?
Yeah.
USF, isn't it? UNF? Is it a UNF or pipe thread?
Yeah, something like that, mate. Yeah.
Hey, Tommy, give him a Trump sign.
Trump 2020.
Give him a thumbs up.
Trump is a chump.
Hey, right there. Tell him. Here, talk to him.
I ain't got time to
It's like a parallel universe, isn't it?
Oh, did anyone read the article coming out of the Daily Mail today? Apparently, not that I read that, but my boy Josh come down and saw me, and apparently in California they have the cure to the virus. They have tested something, and it knocks the virus out cold.
Oh.
I wouldn't take anything for California.
Well, you can't really say that because your president was on about injecting each other with disinfectant last week. So you know what I mean. You go a bit.
Hey, Mick.
Yeah.
I just got one thing to say. Me and Tommy will say it together. We were no chump because we voted for Trump. Trump 2020, make America great. Hey, we beat you in the Revolutionary War. The war
gone. So
Bye.
You may have beat us in the Revolutionary War. It took you 2 years. It took you 2 years to get into the Second World War, didn't it, sweetheart? So anyway, yeah. Apparently, they're saying that they've got a cure. I'm in California and I haven't heard that. Yeah, apparently so. That's what I heard. I might be 110% incorrect, but sorry guys. My little boy Joshy come and saw me, and he said they've got the cure. Apparently. Oh dear.
That is performance.
Just when you get rid of one, you then get another two turn up. You know what I'm saying? Look at the state of that. Jason, I wasn't talking about you.
Maybe you can see me. No, because it's dry, right? Can you guys see?
I can't have that. I can't have that, Jason.
Let's take it.
I can't have that.
You speak my language.
Too early for that one, Mick. Too early for that one, Mick.
Ready for Christmas, baby. Who's that down there? Someone else wants to come on up. Who's that down there? Mitchell's gone back. He must have been to the loo and back. All right, Mitch. So yeah, apparently, have you guys heard that in California? They're saying that they have actually got a antidote for it, and apparently it knocks it right out stone dead. It's got to go through the testing. Obviously, not sure what the old side effects are, but I guess you guys in America ain't too worried about the side effects. You look at like people like Mr. Briggs, you're not really worried about that sort of thing. So,
I've got to say, it's got to be better than a bit of old domestos.
Grandad's Workshop says they got them.
So
3 8 and a quarter.
So I don't know about all of. I mean, we haven't heard anything, but we're the last to hear. I know. At the end of June, my girlfriend is actually going to UCLA Medical Center in California. They're working on the pediatric one. So if she's not going till the end of June, they haven't developed one for pediatrics yet.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Look, there you go. Look there. Briotech claims that's a copy and paste. Claims that it has discovered an antibody that can block 100% coronavirus infections. Apparently, so.
I hope so.
I did read it somewhere.
Well, I know our governor got on today and said that they were running trials and they had to stop trials. So whatever that meant and was connected to, we're not sure. But, you pray for something soon. Oh, you're such a handsome devil.
White to match his
He's only handsome when that hat covers the whole of his face, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I agree, Mick.
Mitchell, have you dyed your hair?
No, it's just the lighting.
Aww.
Just the light. You put something in that, didn't you?
No.
You have.
I've got a receding hairline going on.
Yeah, I got. Oh yeah, forget it.
Mine recedes that far back. You can slap me ass with it. Isn't that right, Snob?
Oh yeah. But I want to jump down anyway, Mick, because that might give someone else a reason to click that link and come up. All right, I've been up here long enough.
And Snobby, as always, it's fantastic to see you, buddy boy.
Thanks for
we can get
bro.
back to the old one.
Oh, Bessie, I said hello, please.
Yeah, everyone in chat, and I'll catch you all later. All right, bye, guys.
Later, Snob. Bye.
Bye.
Back with Snobby Scrap Picker. I'll put the link in one more time for some people. There you go.
Park Nest, Stinkies, Uncle Pete.
Me too. I'm going to go out and have a look at that garden, that mower. I'm taking on board everything you were saying, all the boys were saying earlier on. I'll let you know
Phil,
how I get on.
Phil, at the end of the day, you're not a million miles away from me, are you?
No. Just up the line there, really.
You know what I mean? So, as long as we're sensible and, keep it clean and keep 2 meters. If you want to pop it round, mate, and want me to have a look at it, I'll look at it for you.
Well, that might be a good idea, Mick, because I'm sure I can learn a hell of a lot from you.
Well, £25 a minute, mate, is my going rate, so feel free to bring it round.
Sorry, I missed that. Sorry, hello. I think you've gone muted.
Honestly, Phil, if you want to bring it on round, mate, and as long as we're sensible and you keep your distance, mate, you're more than welcome to pop it round and we'll have a look at it together. And if you learn something, you learn something. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? So,
hey, Mick, we'll have a chat about it offline. Okay, mate?
I look forward to that. Yeah, that'd be what I'll wake up for, wouldn't it? Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah.
Hey, guys, it's great to talk to you. All the best.
Take it easy.
Cheers, guys.
See you later.
Bye.
So did you get my giveaway, Jason, Chrissy? Did you see my giveaway?
No.
You see, this is what happens when people don't pay attention. So as you all know, I got my old sponsorship from these guys up here.
Nice.
And I got a nice little love letter from them as well, which is cool. I'm giving away. Here. Let me get it a bit closer. I'm giving away a grass buster. They're cool.
Very
okay,
cool.
You scraped the deck, yes.
Yeah, but it's rounded, see? Rounded.
Ah.
Also good for doing cakes, things like that. So think outside the box. Obviously, clean it first before using carburetor spraying cakes, obviously.
Thank you for adding that for him.
You know, you can't use it to put some application on your head, right? Round your head, right?
Like I need to put anything on my head. I've got nothing there.
You got to keep it shiny.
Brother, I just use a bit of 200 weight oil for that. So that's that. I've got that. So you get one of them. I've also got from my my good friends over at Pro Parts. They gave me a brand new set of man bag alert carburetor tuners.
I use those all the time, and you should too, because you guys work on those crazy trimmers.
I've got my own set already.
Oh, okay.
So I've already got my own set. Mine didn't come in a man bag. I've already got a grass buster, which Pete gave me. So I've already got a spare one. So I'm not going to use them. I've got spares. So hence, pass it on. So that's that. I'm also going to be giving away limited edition Micks Mowers keyring as well. And on top of that, I'm giving away a Micks Mowers mug, which is quite cool.
Very nice.
And on top of that, a £50 Amazon gift voucher.
Wow, very nice. Okay.
So all you got to do to enter the competition is like this live stream and comment in the comment section below, either or after the live stream.
I commented because when I was waiting in queue, I was watching like a 3-minute video on socks, and I just bought socks.
So that's what I'm giving away. Obviously, if it's in the US, then what I might do is just post a mug out separately, and then I might just buy the grass buster and tuners off of the US Amazon thing. Might be quicker. Bosh it out that way. It might be a bit quicker, but we'll see.
Probably cheaper too, because we send stuff to you guys. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Just sending, not to get specific, but when we did our giveaway, sending out just like lubricating oil, the little lubricate. I don't even want to tell you what that cost to send it across the pond.
It was $34.
Yeah.
For a bottle.
I can believe it.
And we sent 2.
But at the end of the day, I earn enough money through buying and selling mowers. I earn enough money through the revenue through YouTube, and plus a sponsorship on top now. Although I'm getting no funding for that at all. That's just purely stuff they're sending over. This stuff is free, and I'll send it out. So I'm earning enough here to share the love. So that's what it's all about. And if they send me more stuff, and I got more stuff of it, then I'll keep sending it out.
Now I love your koozie. Where'd you get the koozie from? What's on that?
That come from Pro Parts as well. They gave me a Terrell Fixes All sticker, and they gave me a koozie.
That's very cool.
As well. They sent me that and some Pro Parts stickers, bumper stickers as well. They sent me those as well. So that's cool. But they sent me a load of spark plugs, load of inline filters, tank filters.
That's great.
Now, did they ask you what you needed?
No, they just sent it out. They sent me some Mow Deck. You ever heard of that?
Yes, I have a can.
Is it any good?
I don't want to mess up the sponsorship.
It's wonderful.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Do you know what? Like I told them, if it's crap, it's going to get told as crap, right? That's what it is. I'm not making it. No, they sent me a little letter to say thank you very much. Blah 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 blah. There's no script there, and I won't do a script letter. If they're saying, hey, this product is cool, you must say no. I'm doing that. It's purely if it's crap, it's going to be told as crap.
You know what? Congratulations, and we appreciate your honesty and staying true to the cause and to us. Right? Right? Can't put a price on.
I love it. I love your shirt and your koozie. You're looking sharp. I like it.
I'm looking sharp at 40, not so bad.
Fancy.
Well, I always try to try and keep it real, and you know my videos, although they are getting better with the new GoPro, the new light in the bits and pieces, it is still just me just turning spanners and wrenches and whacking stuff with hammers. That's all it's ever going to be.
That's all that matters.
Never going to be something it ain't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So speaking of something it ain't, how did you get her to give away my content again?
I did.
Like I said to you, Jason, she works for us, not for you.
I'm sorry. When the opportunity presents itself of you putting yourself out there, you do it to yourself. I apologize, but and he likes to work on a Saturday. You're live on a Saturday. It's too perfect a situation, so I can't help myself.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. You know, you should be sat in front of the screen chatting to me. But what I don't get is he's. I mean, the time out there now is about what 4 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that.
Three.
What I don't get is it's Saturday afternoon. He's sat there with a bandana on. That to be fair, is only protecting you from the sun on the forehead. If there's nothing protecting you on the top, so you're gonna get sunburnt on your roundabout. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're out on your driveway with no top on.
Well, who is at our doorstep? What time did they ring the doorbell? Oh my God.
Have I got gossip for you, Mick?
What do you mean gossip?
Are you ready?
What gossip?
No.
What gossip?
You're not getting out of this. Yesterday, I couldn't find my husband around dinner time. So I'm looking in the backyard. I'm looking near the garage. He's out in the road, barely 6 feet apart from one of the neighbors, chit-chatting. And then last night, our doorbell rings at almost 11 o'clock at night. And the neighbor next door has a headset on, and he's talking into our doorbell. Jason, are you there, Jason? He wants to give him a bag of masks.
Oh no.
Who comes at 11 o'clock at night to drop off?
Unless you try Mum's tablet.
Only one type of person comes knocking on your door at 11 o'clock at night with masks. They're called a weirdo. And I personally wouldn't answer the door. In fact, I might just get a taser gun and just open it and tase them quickly. That would be about the limit.
So wouldn't the average person just ignore this? Oh no. I'm laying in bed. He must have been using the restroom. He leaves the restroom and he's shouting down from the second floor window, I'm in the restroom. I can't come to the door right now.
We have a doorbell that we're speaking to him through.
I can.
What's up, Ken? How are you?
I find it all very peculiar.
No, I mean, all I'm going to say is that it's not surprising, and I don't normally knock people. You know me for not stirring it, right? I keep myself to myself and my opinions to myself. But you do tend to entice these type of people, Jace. Because no. Because it's all about the glam. You know, you're out there with your stars and stripes on, no top on. You got a bloke turning up with a mask on at 11 o'clock at night, and it ain't sort of like New Orleans sort of. What's that parade do? If you chuck around beads everywhere, what's that about? You know, what's that one?
Oh, yeah.
Mardi Gras. It ain't Mardi Gras.
He's out there in his swim trunks in the driveway before.
Right, and then last week on your video last week, I see, or this week, right at the very end, there was you and somebody else doing your exit part of your video, a small Asian-looking man, and he had on these mother bling 60s wannabe boom shakalaka glasses going on. What's that all about?
But he wears those every day.
Henry from Mowers and Blowers wears those all year long.
My Lord.
Along with his Crocs, but we love him.
Henry's really cool. In fact, Henry was the one that actually done my my label on the top right-hand corner over there, my Micks Mowers sign. He redid that for me off his own back. I didn't even ask him to do it. He took he made the back transparent for me, which is something I can't do. So he did that off his own back and sorted it out for me. So Henry's a cool person, despite what Mr. Briggs says about him. I like Henry a lot. Tony Curran, can everyone say hello to this man here in pink? Tony Curran. He is one of the Tampa operator train drivers, operators, tower man that I work with. Is Tony? He's just popped a comment in down below. How you doing, Tone? Nice to see you, big boy. Hope you're doing well. Are you working, Tone? I think you are actually tonight. You got a shift tonight, Tone. Saturday night down the upfield, possibly, or no, somewhere else. I have some is a shift about, but I'm not on it. So thanks for popping in, Tone. Nice to see you, male baby. Hope you're doing well. So Ken, there's something very different about you today.
He has his wife's glasses on.
This was it.
No, these are my Walmart cheaters. You get like 3 for $7.
Hey, look, successfully delivered your parcel. Hi, Tim Palmer. Your parcel has been delivered at 15:53.
Who's that? Who's yakking?
Who the hell is that?
It's my son.
Oh my gosh. You got to slow that kid down, boy. He's fast. Sounds like Jason in the UK. He's a Walmart. No.
Ken, if you
there was a guy here.
Kenny boy, have you had your ears lowered?
No, the hair raised up a little bit. Taken back.
Yeah, that's what UK boys say. The UK boys say if you had your hair cut, if you had your hair cut, means you had your ears lowered.
Just a little bit. But I didn't know. I saw a new guy there, and I couldn't make out his name. It says Ridware. I didn't know what it was, so I had to put the cheaters on to make sure I spelled it right. I never saw him before.
Did you sort it out? All
so
right.
Anyway, good afternoon. Hey, I wanted to talk to Jason for a minute because him and I were going back and forth.
We like going back and forth.
I don't know if you saw that thing I made. The comment, Jason, with the Echo and the Home Depot and all that. My buddy, good friend of mine, was a manager. He still is for 30 years at Home Depot. Years ago, they had a model called a PB500. It was only available for 1 year, and they had it available in an L and an H. And it was because they were trying to see who they wanted to go to big box store almost 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And I was getting a bunch of these to be repaired, and I didn't know what they were. They were sort of like cheap, and I'm like, they were always breaking, though, for whatever reason. And I said, these are the exact same thing. Why is one marked L and one marked H? Now, I know the newer ones, L means low noise, this and that, and you have different variations on handle control versus throttle control. But back then, the PB500 was a beta test blower to see who would get the contract. And Home Depot got the contract, so then they put Husqvarna at Lowe's. But I said, I'm going back 15, 20 years.
Now, do you know, here's a good question because I never looked it up. Maybe you would know. When did Echo go from gray to orange?
Orange, probably 2004, something like that.
Okay, so that's
around 2004. I could look it up with the serial numbers, but around 2004. But I'll be honest with you, the gray ones seem to run almost better than some of the orange ones. You know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know like they had the P403T, and then I've never seen a 500 in the gray. 500 to me has always been orange, and it's been in a
But
feature T.
But was it a real 500 or like a 520, 560, 580, something like that?
Yep.
All I'm saying is the ones that were Home Depot Lowe's were just 500, nothing else.
I've never come. I have to Google that one. I'm interested.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And maybe it was my geographical location too, you know, because Home Depot's headquartered in Georgia. Maybe they were working their way up north. But anyway, the other question I had, can you send me a picture of that sticker that says turn in the dipstick? I swear, 20 years, I've never seen a Honda that says screw it in. They've always said, even in their manual, I sent you, I emailed you the manual where it shows don't do it, you know?
Usually, if I come across another Honda, if it has a sticker on it, there's a sticker with like the dipstick, and it has a swirl mark in. So I always thought that meant the swirl mark means turn the dipstick in to check it.
No. That's what you had. You made the question, you made the comment that you had 12 ounces of oil in your can and you were going to put it in. I'm saying to myself, they only take like 12 or 14 ounces of oil, but you would only put in like half of it or so. And I'm like, that's not right. And then I saw you screwing it in.
Well, the dipstick.
You got to not screw it in.
Well, remember from the video, the guy said that the engine was locked up, but it wasn't. He just broke the recoil and it wouldn't start. And the reason why it wouldn't start is it was low on oil. So I was just topping off the oil to get it running and go from there.
Some Hondas you have to screw in, and some Hondas you just dip it. Simple as.
The only ones I've seen screw in are the little generators. Some of the little generators will have the tags and screw it in.
You do get some over here, Ken, which you have to screw in as well. But rule of thumb, if you're not sure, do it halfway.
Yeah, don't screw it in.
Because I know
it should tell you though, Jason. If you're only putting in 6 ounces of oil, something ain't right. You know.
Oh yeah, no. I always start with 20 and go from there. You know what I mean? That's like that's like standard, industry. Even the Predators.
1920s the standard Briggs that comes in.
Even the Predators that are modeled after the Hondas that are more affluent. Those you have to screw in to check. But that's 110.
But even a lot of those Chandas now, they only take like 14 ounces. It's crazy. I mean, I live in an area where there's a lot of like hills, and I would be scared to use them on a hill.
I have a video coming out of a guy with a lawnmower on a hill. That's interesting. That'll be an interesting one coming along.
Hey, I had a couple of guys that actually emailed me one time, the tractors though, and saying, "Oh, I parked it and I came back and the engine was locked up." Yeah, they parked it on a hill with a non-oil pump engine, and it blew.
Yeah. So, as a little treat for you, I do have down on the floor a rather nice-looking Briggs & Stratton lawnmower, which some of you guys won't have seen before. This is called a Ransom Marquis real mower. This is the Mark V version, which I picked up off of eBay. And the gentleman who sold it to me, I recently just serviced his lawnmower for cheap, because this was cheap. This little mower hadn't been run for about 4 years. And I've got a video coming out shortly on this one. I wanted to show you what it runs like, because now I think I've got it about 90% accurate. The carburetor had to be cleaned. I looked at the points, but this has been no. This one is points, so I had to put I got the points on this one. So I'll just fire it up for you. For those of you who don't know, this is a cylinder mower, or in America they call it a real mower. And it's got a 3 horsepower Briggs, and it's a proper nice little real mower. Exactly like it is nice. I'll fire it up for you so you can hear it idle. It is nice. You got to fine tune it. Let's turn that on.
Look at that brand new torch plug in there.
Oh. Where's the boy?
You know, Mick don't use torch plugs.
Where's Roy? Boy, that'll make some coleslaw pretty quick.
Aye.
Boy, that's a sweet running motor.
Yep. Putting along real nice.
Can't even hear it. Nice. Yeah, you can't even hear the darn thing. Tell you, OSHA would have a field day.
That's a sweet mower.
Isn't that a little beauty?
Yeah. So, do you think you can trade in your mower and run one of those now?
Say again.
Do you see yourself running one of those on your own garden?
Yes. I'm gonna keep my.
How about this? I think you should keep the one with the grass box on it.
It's got its grass box as well. It's got all the grass box with it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all complete. And right over the far distance, I don't know whether you know, Jace, but this is a hater Marquis. Hater. This is the Marquis Ransom Mark 5.
Mm-hmm.
Over the back, right over the far side, is its younger brother, which is a Ransom Mark 4. And that's got the Villiers sloper engine on it, which is the one to have. And that's not been fired in just over 10 years. And I have had that actually blow a bit of smoke out the back. I put a bit of carb cleaner down it the other day once I'd sussed it all out, and it's actually fired on me. So that engine is good. But I need to get some spares, and the spares are not available. So I need to get hold of some vintage boys and see if they've got some spares for me. So that's all good. So their video's coming up. I've also got a Suffolk Super Punch as well, which is due to be done on top. So I've got 3 real mowers in. The grass boxes, Jace, are actually you wouldn't want to empty one, Jace.
I see them.
They're over the back. Yeah. There they are. There's the grass boxes.
That was a big money by us. Big money.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is the baby. That's only an 18-inch. That's only a puppy. But I paid 40 quid for that, which I thought was quite good. Yeah. So hopefully they'll sell right. I think I will keep the Sloper Villiers engine. Just probably keep that. And I shall sell this Briggs one, and I shall sell this Super Punch on top. That reminds me of the Suffolk Punch he did. Yeah, I've got Suffolk Punch over there as well. Suffolk Punch is hiding because it's not being a very well-behaved mower at the moment. The Suffolk Punch is just hiding just behind there. There's a punch.
Yep. Mick.
Yes, babe.
Just me. Why?
How do you sharpen? How do you go about sharpening a real, the blades?
Well, that's correct. Sharpen.
Somebody's hacked it.
So there's 2 ways of doing it. One way of touching up a blade is to what's called back lap it. Lots of the newer style ones, you can actually take the cartridge out, which you can't on these. But what you have to do is disconnect the drive chains, and with the heavy grinding paste, put that on the back of the blade. Put a drill on the bottom gear and then run it backwards. Okay, and then once you've done and you adjust it. Once you've adjusted it so it's hitting the back blade. Right, yeah, cheers. Once you've done that, you then go down to the thinner grinding paste and you do it again. So that's called back lapping, which is sort of like tinkering up the the blades. Apart from that, if you want to have it done properly, take the lawnmower to a lawnmower shop and then put it on a big jig. They literally bolt it to the jig, tip the mower up, and a grinding stone comes across and backwards and regrinds it in time. But it is a dying trade.
Yep.
But I have found a place near me that will do it for about £35 a cartridge, which I think is really good. And if set up right, and if done properly, it should last you an absolute age. You can buy a cartridge reels already done, ready, ground ready, but I like to have the reel ground against the back blade, so you know exactly it is for that machine. So
I've got 2. I've got 4 cartridges.
The blade knife with paste will sharpen the blades. Yeah, it will. The back lapping definitely will do. But if you want to have it ground properly, then you need to put it onto a jig.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. I sold one last year. I sold a Commodore B17 to a gentleman, and I thought it cut absolutely brilliantly. But his lawn was like a bowling green, and he said it cut more one side than the other. So in the end, I gave him back 50 quid and said, go and get it sharpened as you want it. Even went and did that, and he come back to you. That's brilliant. So
yeah, no, that's very good because you were saying it's a science to sharpen it, and then you have to adjust it and level it. I'm like, oh my god!
and it will only ever cut to a specified lawn. They're not very good to use these on lots of different lawns unless you can adjust them, especially these older ones. The newer ones you can adjust really, really easy, but the older ones, you generally find they're set to one person's lawn only. One person will have that for his own garden. So I'm looking at keeping the Ransom Sloper Mark IV for myself and get it up and running. It's going to be fully done. I'm trying to get it all jet blasted off and get it all powder coated and looking nice. That's the idea.
You know what? Are you going to have Martin powder coat your machine?
Say again.
Are you going to have Martin powder coat your machine?
Martin Butler.
No, I'll probably
Martin from Restore Store.
I'll probably get it done myself because, to be fair, it's a bit of a big ass parcel to send him.
Oh, he's not okay. You know, I'm ignorant. So how far is Martin from you? I'm sorry.
Martin's a good 3.5 hours from me.
Lord have mercy.
which in the grand scheme of things, you're Tim. You're right. Don't about language. It's fine. It happens, mate. Just put your mic on mute, Tim. If you can have a chat, it's not a problem.
Yeah. Okay, mate.
It's no worries. So yeah, 3.5 hours. 3 hours isn't a great big thing in the US. You can drive across the state, in that sort of time on your freeways. But over here in the UK, you wouldn't want to do that. I'm telling you. The roads are narrow and winding. How is the cutting bar, Mick? Has it been flapped over yet? No, the cutting bar is good on this one. On the Mark V, the Mark IV, it's shot. Only because it hasn't been running 10 years, so it was probably a bit of rust on there. What I don't want to do is spin the blades on the Mark IV because it hasn't been run for so long. So I've had it fired twice, which was absolutely brilliant. I darn near wet my pants when it fired up. I didn't think it was going to fire after 10 years, but it did. So I was well pleased. Few people know about how to sharpen those blades around here. Be careful who you use. Yeah, this company that I know, they have specified jigs for it, and they're old boys. They know what they're doing. I wouldn't go to anyone else if I didn't know who they were. I learned how to hand file them the old way. Yeah, well, hand filing, as I say, it's a dying trend.
Yeah.
And the hand filing is. The problem with hand filing is that hand filing is much the same as sharpening chisels. Okay, so if you have a good set of chisels, you only ever want to send it to the same person to sharpen your chisels, because different people sharpen chisels at different angles, and it can be minute. But I can always tell when I was in woodworking if someone else has sharpened my chisels, because when you go to use them, they'll never cut exactly how they used to when you had them. So you always knew if someone had a little go on a chisel. So it's a dying trend. What's your thoughts on a Mountfield SP425R with a Honda engine? Would you spend the extra to get a Viking MB454? I wouldn't get the Mountfield, definitely not. To be fair, I probably wouldn't get the Viking either. To be fair, I've got to say I'm a bit of a hater man. To be fair, I'm a bit of a hater and a Honda man. But I prefer the haters myself. That's just me.
Googling what you think.
Are those blades double edged? No, not on this one. They are on the Super Punch, but they're not on this one.
Mick, do you know anywhere to get old spares? So I've got an Ace Diplomat, which is something mower, similar, like a real mower, but it's so old. It makes a horrible noise, like the bearings on the roller have gone, but you can't buy them. I can't find any.
So the best thing to do is join the Facebook group, Vintage Lawnmowers group on Facebook.
Right.
Join that group. They are fantastic. You got about, I don't know, 3 to 10,000 people on there and these boys have new old stock and they have spares, and you might find someone who's got a new old stock bearing and he just give it you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So honestly, try them. They're brilliant. So go join that group, Facebook. I'm on that one. Join that group, and if not, get in contact with Villiers. They may still stock it. The old lawnmower company also is very good. There's lots of forums out there for these type of things, because They are sort of sought after, and you can get a pot from. I'm after an exhaust for the Villiers, the Mark IV Villiers, and I can't find a muffler exhaust for it anywhere. They're like rocking horse poop, but don't exist. So I need to find one of those. I might have to buy another one and then split it to make that one good, and then sell the parts or get rid of the parts the other way. So, do you have mower junkyards over there? No. If we had a mower junkyard over there, I would move in.
Start your own.
Well, to be fair,
yeah, really.
The top of the garden is looking that way. I was going to pull down my shed this week, my old store, but I can't because I've got a pair of blue tits nesting in a bird box. So I've got to wait for them to leave. Daddy blue tits going in and out there like a crazy man feeding his young. So I've got to wait for him to vacate his bird box before I can get in there. So I can't do that. You are right, Mick. I'm right about what, buddy boy?
So that Viking, that's powered by a Briggs, correct? I'm trying to look at the photo.
Most of them are, yeah. Most of them are powered by Briggs. The Viking are an offshoot of Steel.
Okay.
Or owned by Steel. They were up to about 4 months ago, so I'm led to believe. But I don't think Viking are doing so much anymore. I think it's now gone over to Steel.
Because I think just from the deck design, because that factors in whether you're mulching or bagging. I think that the first one that he picked, the Mountfield, that's the better mower based on deck design. It has a Honda. Hondas are great once they're running. Once they're not running, they're a nightmare.
Yeah. Mountfield don't tend to do very well in the commercial field out here in the UK, in my opinion. And that's the issue. They do some good mowers. I mean, I just sold one with a 4-speed gearbox, metal roller, with an SV200 on it, and it runs like an absolute train. But it just doesn't feel like it's up to the job. If you want to be mowing 30 lawns a day, it doesn't feel like it's up to the job.
I just still can't get over the fact that your one mowers come with a roller included. Here in the States, I have to pay anywhere from $100 to $200 plus to get a roller as an attachment on my lawn.
Well, but we don't have anything with roller propulsion, though. They got the best of both worlds because all the weight is on the roller too, so you get a nice stripe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the best thing to do with that, Jace, is to move to the UK.
Well, what I think would happen, my channel just started getting monetized. I was telling her the first thing I want to do is have you send your lawnmower over, just to run it through the gamut, and just to have.
Yeah, well, I'll have to see how my sponsor gets on. They might want me to come over the States and do a tour of the States. So I might get one of those big RVs and whatever floating about with Micks Mowers. a bit like Dog the Bounty Hunter thing going on. I might have something like that going on.
Yeah.
You never know.
Thought you were giving up the fags, Mick.
Yeah, I have. I might. I've already promised Doug I'll be going over to see him at some point. So I'll go down to Alabama, go and see Doug at some point. So that'd be cool. We're gonna get absolutely drunk as hell around his house. Someone's put a question in there looking for a new roller mower, cheap as I can. Any suggestions? If it were me, I would go for any type of Honda HRX 476, anything along that line with a metal roller. Or if not, I've got a nice 48 Hater Harrier here. They're not bad. The older ones with the side drive, they're pretty cool. Side drive metal roller, they're pretty cool. When you say cheap, obviously, if you're not going to pay no money, then you're going to buy a bag of poo.
Yeah, but how about this, Hagrid? You're like us, right? I have very nice equipment, and that's because I get them cheap, not running, and I get them running. Little spray and pray, little paint Picasso, and then I keep it. I have an aerator, a Thatcher, a Billy Goat blower. I probably have 10,000 miles worth of equipment, and I'm lucky if I have $2,000 altogether into them. You know what I mean? So
did you see that Ken has just put the suggestion for my RV slogan when I come over? Mick the Mower Hunter. How cool is that? I'm gonna get me a pair of leather trousers and a blonde wig. It's gonna happen, people.
But do you ever watch Wheeler Dealers? Right, I used to love that show, and then they changed. Right, wheeler dealers used to be in the UK, and then remember they transferred to the States. So you could be like the wheeler dealers of lawnmowers.
Yeah, definitely. Hagrid is saying, I love the hate of 41 Pro. Yeah, I'm not a fan of a 41 Pro, to be fair. I like the 48 or 56 myself. But I just can't afford it. Well, all I would say is buy an old pupper that'll just get you to do what you want to do now and save, because the more you save, the better it is. Now I started off the same as Jason. You know, I was running before I had my hater. I think I was just running anything I had in the shop, right? And then lo and behold, this hater turned up one day, came in as a bit of a part exchange. The engine was blown, and for content, I rehoned the cylinder, put new piston rings in, new piston rod, built that engine. All right, okay, it's a 2011 deck. It's a tad smoky here and there, but as long as you keep an eye on the oil, do you know what? I've got a brand spanking new hater there with a nice roller on the back, and it cuts brilliantly. I use it commercially, so save up and get what you need.
That's the one me and you built.
That's the one me and you built, Doug. We certainly did, mate. Yeah, the amount of times we did Facebook FaceTimes on that mower because it was giving me jip. But do you know what? Doug? It starts on the button. Yeah, it's a bit smoky, and I think, Doug, the only reason it's a little bit smoky is because I put the oil rings too close together. I think that's all it is. No, I don't think upside down.
Or they might be up.
I think they're too close together, Doug. So the oil is bypassed. Okay. That's what I think it is. At some point, I will investigate it, but I got a feeling it'll be all right.
If it gets worse, then I'll worry about it. If it's just a little puff when you first start it and she cleans out, I wouldn't worry about it.
It's not smoking all the time you use it. Definitely not doing that.
Yep. I wouldn't worry about it, brother.
It does burn off. It is a bit of an oil burner, but it's not a problem. That's what I'm doing at the moment, Mick. I'm running a Cobra that was given to me. I just can't get along with it. Love the hater series you did. Yeah, well, I mean, like I say, just keep upgrading. Just keep upgrading. Eventually, it'll come. And when you've got the mower you really want, like the HRX 476 or whatever it is you choose, that's when the problems start, because you've got a really nice mower, and when they go wrong spectacularly, and the absolute pigs to work on. You need a hand the size of an Oompa Loompa to get in there, and you're cursed the day you ever sold your cheap mower. Trust me, I worked on a Honda HRX this week, and my God, I needed to throw it around the shed for about half an hour. Literally, it was doing my Sweden, but I got it done in the end.
But
I got a motor that me
from buying a higher end lawnmower that you like that needs a little bit of work, and just having at it, or by the time you guys get to them, they're just beyond repair.
That's the problem, Jace. I mean, perfect scenario is finding a nice commercial mower that has not been used commercially. If you've got somebody that has got a big size lawn, plenty of money in the bank, and they just run that mower up and down their garden every fortnight, that's a mower you want. Other ones that come in here, you can tell just by pulling it and by listening to the engine. You fire it and think, oh my Lord, that's got some hours on the clock.
Yep.
So, if you can find them, they're a bit few and far between. But if you can find one that's just been used privately, you're on a winner. I picked up an HRX 476 last year for £150. And I could tell just by looking at the machine, it had not been used commercially. And I sold it for good money. I think I sold it for around about $450, $550, somewhere in there, fully serviced. And that's coming back in next week because the driver's just packed up on it after 2 years of bloke having it. But they are renowned for the driveways giving way. I'm hoping it's not the gearbox, hoping it's something more simple. But we'll see.
Now, what is the difference between the mower that you choose to call yours compared to the one that is coming in?
Say again.
The mower that you use every day for your yard, and whatever else you do.
Yeah.
What is the difference between that and the one that you sold for big bucks?
So the one that I use is purely gearbox driven via a belt, or belt driven on straight onto a gearbox. And the Hondas, and this is the one downside to the Honda that I'm not a fan of, it's belt driven, but then also then converts to a chain, and it is chain driven over.
Yep, I remember that video. Okay.
Over onto a roller. So you've got lots of different components there. If they made the gearbox more substantially, which they won't because they want the gearbox to break, so you buy a new gearbox. If they made it more substantial, it would be a perfect world. But because it is belt driven off the gearbox, off of the crankshaft, then it transfers onto a shaft, which is then chain driven on metal cogs. That's where the problems start. It's just too heavy. It's just too heavy, and they can't keep up with it. You know, that's the problem.
Working on the motor, Mick, that mean you dislike a lot.
Does it begin with T?
Yeah.
Throw it in the bin.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it in the bin.
It's a newer Tecumseh with the overhead OHV.
Okay, with the valve.
Yeah, it's on a go-kart, and it don't have spark. I chase the wire to the switch. I unplug the wire. I disconnect the wire that's on the side cover to cut it off, cut it on. It still ain't got spark. So I think it's the coil is gone, and I'm hoping I can find a coil for it.
Oh, you should.
Well, I mean,
it was for $15 for that.
The coil may not be gone, Doug. It may just want all sanding back, cleaning, and a bit of refurb. So hit it with a sandpaper, mate. Take the coil off, and like I said earlier on, the two little tiny posts that hold the coil on, sand them back to get a good earth on that as well. You know, you got to get a bit of love. The chances are the coil has gone, but you got to go through a rigmarole of sanding it all back and trialing it and see what goes from there.
I haven't really got into it a whole lot. You know, I just check the wiring system first, you know, and I haven't pulled the cover off from it yet or anything like that. So that's my next objective.
It's all about you know trying to find the issues, and you got to start somewhere. And I think lots of us small engine boys, we all start with the basics. Go back to what we know: fuel, compression. You know, make sure it's all there.
That's what I did.
What are you going to say, Mitchell?
From there.
Mitchell, what was you going to say, buddy?
I'm going to say, so you talking about the company. Martin Butler got lucky with that one. He got found for free.
Oh, don't even get me started on that. How can you find a Tecumseh on the side of the road? You put petrol on it, pull the cord, and it starts. I'm not having it. I can't be.
I ain't having it.
No, I can't have it. That Tecumseh will do well for you. No worries. Tecumseh are absolutely shocking. In fact, I'd much rather just use a Tecumseh carburetor in replacement for a tennis ball and hit it with a tennis racket and lob it over the hedge. That's about as far as I go. It's going to happen. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan. You know, but I think Mr. Briggs was saying that the Tecumseh Snow King one is good. Yeah, I got to agree. Tecumseh have moved forward in what they're doing, but God, they took their time with it. But it's shockingly good. You must be on drugs. Not happening. Hi, Cherokee. How you doing? So,
Cherokee.
I walked away from today. I went to a yard sale and I walked away from a generator and that's got a Tecumseh onto it. I walked away from it. I said, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, but that Tecumseh, that generator is the same style as a Snow King engine. It's the lawnmower engines that Mick's referring to. Oh,
but look, the lawnmower engines are just bad priming. That's all it comes down to. Is just bad priming. That's all it is. But the new ones are much better. They are much better. And the build quality isn't bad either. What do you think, Ken? The build quality is quite good on the new Snow King ones.
There is no new Snow King.
Well,
Tecumseh stopped making engines in 2009.
Mr. Briggs says that the new Snow King one. Hang on, chat's gone wonky.
I mean, they had newer overhead valve Snow King, but they stopped making those engines in 2009. They still make parts. They're made in Brazil and in Mexico.
Tecumseh Snow King.
Tecumseh in general.
Mr. Briggs, who's not.
They are the best because their 20-year-old engines will last another 20 years.
Yep.
Yeah. Not any of my Tecumsehs won't.
Yeah, but you don't have snow.
Yep.
Just as well. Raker from Star Trek in information on the bottom right. Is that Commander William T?
Riker, right there. Wait, right there. Commander Riker, number 1. Engage.
I've got no idea what you're talking about. I don't want to.
Star Trek. Captain Picard, his number 1. Will Riker, his number 1. He's right next to me. He's right here. Where's your shirt, Mike? Where's your shirt? Your red shirt.
Mitchell, talking about you there, buddy.
Mitchell, talking about you.
No, that's him in the corner. Yeah, right there. There you go. Show up. Go up. There. Keep going. There you go. Star Trek, right there. If you don't show the lettering, it looks like a Star Trek shirt. Will Riker, number 1.
That's got a picture on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you pick it up, if you show the red and black, it looks like a Star Trek shirt from the Star Trek show.
I think he's saying that Tecumseh is now Briggs, and I've seen the new Briggs engine that they've brought out this year, especially over here in the UK. I've seen the new Briggs engine, and it is about 98% plastic. There's nothing on it.
And
it's shocking.
You see some of their engines; they almost look like a freaking Chanda. They're cloned. They almost look like.
I've got to agree. I've seen the new one out. I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
Jason, I don't
think the new
Go on, Doug.
The new Briggs that they've been putting out on Facebook and stuff like that, trying to get a name for it, is supposedly their race motor. They almost look like a Honda.
The race motors should be Raptors, right? The old ones are Raptors.
Yeah, but they got a new one out that looks almost like a Honda. The front cover looks like a Honda.
Yeah. You can keep it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of a new Brit. Do you know what? I'm not a fan of a lot of things at the moment. From what they're producing, it's just so it just looks so cheap. I never said Briggs.
That series I had.
I never said Briggs.
The new
motor was
great.
great.
Yeah.
No, that 300
ICT.
LCT.
No, LCT.
LCT is the.
That's what the Aaron's motor now.
Okay. They chop and change every week. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like Chandas. They're all the same.
Yeah, there you go. All come with coronavirus.
The only thing I don't like about the new engines, a lot of them, too much plastic on the air cleaners to get to anything. You got to get done. You got to take an hour to take everything apart just to get to anything.
It's becoming more and more like trying to remove a dashboard from a car.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, you got all these stupid little clips.
You can't even get to anything.
Yeah, I was working on one today.
And no shut-offs on anything.
I was working on a machine today. I ended up doing an engine swap, but I wanted just to take the carburetor off, just to clean the carburetor off. I had to remove the wheel, remove the height adjustment rod, drop the suspension height adjustment suspension down, just to get the air filter cover box off, just to get that off. What design? I could have got it off quick with a ball peen hammer. I'm telling you.
I've seen people drill holes in those plastic covers to get a hemostat in to shut off the fuel.
Yeah, shocking. Anything with a plastic carb is junk to me. I got to agree. The E series on the Briggs is. In fact, I had someone contact me. I can't remember who it was now. Someone emailed me for pretty much about 3 weeks on the bounce. They had a mower come in. It was an E series, 350 or 4 Series E come in, and it was hunting and surging. And he said, do you recommend rimming the jet out? I said, yeah, definitely give a jet a little rim without a doubt. Will help it. But it didn't repair it. So he said, what do I do now? I said, well, I would buy a genuine Briggs carburetor. Don't muck about with the copy ones on the plastic bowl ones, plastic ones. Get a genuine. So much better. Anyway, the customer said, no, get a copy for like £4. So he got a copy in, and it was worse than the original carburetor, I think. It hunted and banged about like something wicked. He then spent about £24 on a genuine, plugged it in, turned it on, the way it went. Beautiful.
Yep. Briggs, the ones that you were talking about, that's the one that you love, the flatty style that sits right on the gas tank. I can never get an aftermarket carburetor to work. It's the only one. And they're upgrades. Oh my god!
Yeah, I hear.
Want them? Best $8 I ever spent. I won't even clean them.
Well, I got that height of 46 or 48 coming just the other day in these new handlebars. That'll come up on a video soon. and I didn't think the drive was working. And before I wanted to go any further with it, because the drives on those, it's a side shaft driven, which is only belt drive, but they can play up. So before I wanted to invest anything in this mower, because it is knocking on already, but yet it still sell for good money. I wanted just to make sure the engine ran, and all I did was just put petrol in it. I just pulled the cord and away it went. Yeah, it revved its head off, but do you know what? It just, that's a Quantum. It just fired straight on up.
Yep.
No messing. So begs the question why it came to me, and all it is, I think, is just for two little tiny bits that you do up on the side of the engine body just to screw it together. But that's all that's missing. I've got a set coming for about £8. I don't know more, like £16. What engine is on that Hatermic? That's got the Quantum. I think it's got the 6 horsepower side shaft Quantum. It's the older one, which is better than the overhead valve Briggs that's on mine all day long. The Quantum engines are bulletproof. They really are a nice engine. The carburetors can be a bit finicky, but the copy carburetors on those, on the Quantum, are not too bad either. I quite like those for what they are.
Absolutely.
Right, people, it is 9 o'clock. And as we all know, I do 2.5 hours and no more, no less. And we're at 2.5 hours and 55 seconds. So before we leave, if you can give me a thumbs up, that'd be great. The reason I say give me a thumbs up is if you give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment, you can be in for a chance to win the stuff as I identified for my giveaway, which is a grass buster scraper, a mug, a keyring, carburetor tuners, and a £50 Amazon gift voucher. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below this live stream. And I shall announce the winner next week on the next live stream. Anyone that does that stands a chance to win, and it gives me a chance to. I should close that down. That competition will be closed on Saturday morning, which gives me a chance to print the numbers off or whatever, or do a randomizer or whatever. So once that's done, it'll be done on Saturday. So don't forget to do that. So thumbs up, comment, and you'll be a chance to win that. Thank you everybody in the chat for coming on in. Much appreciated as always. Nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
60 people, which is cool. Everyone on the panel, you're all rock and roll, you're all stars. Mitchell, stop dyeing your hair. It doesn't suit you. And I'll catch you all on the I'll see you all later on. Take care. See you all soon.
Bye,
y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Doug.
See you, bud.
Bye-bye, matey. Look after yourself.
I can't leave.
I can get rid of you. I can do it this way. Bye-bye.
Oh.
Now it's just you and me.
Now it's just